you could use it.
Government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Welcome back to this wonderful Friday night open mic / game night. Anybody that would like to have a link, let me know. We'll throw links to almost anybody. Think we're just going to sit around for the most. We were just talking about this case. Moose knows a little bit more about it than I do. I have no clue what it really is, or even how to even find it. But it could be interesting. Could be fun to talk about.
Is it in California?
Don't know. I don't know.
Real quick, hello, Boomer. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for joining the Frog Army yet one more time. Thank you so
Hey.
much.
Now she has access to the Discord.
Boomer. Discord.
The New Jersey serial killer? Is that the one you're talking about?
Did you type in "mother kills 3 kids"? Because that's what I did. There sure are a lot of them. Holy shit! Was it in Massachusetts, Connecticut, California, or where's this? I can't tell.
Elephant. Good to see you, dear.
Hello.
Discord. I will join now. Oh, okay. Good to know, Boomer. She did say that she was drinking a few and that she wasn't going to try joining us. I told her that she totally could because I have a mic's hard in my hand right now. So as far as that goes,
prove it. Are you on cam? Show us your mic.
Don't want to be, but okay.
There he is.
Right there.
Oh, nice. What's your flavor?
That's a black cherry. I have a monkey shoulder sitting in that bottle there. I have some Basil Hayden sitting in that corner here. I can pop this open or whatever. We can,
Oh, we're partying tonight, boys.
We can. There's some stuff that we can drink off of. We can have some fun. So
nice. We lost ourselves a moose.
We lost moose. I tried a simply spiked lemonade. I like lemonade, especially when it's hard. Mike's blood orange is the best. Maybe. I haven't tried it, so we'll find out. Hey, Puffer, how you doing, dude?
Hey, Puffer. I almost said morning. So I went all day without smoking to see if I was allergic to marijuana. And right before the show, I was like, well, I think I'm fine. I'll take a dab, though, so I stay off the flower. And then I realized, shit, I got to go live. And now I just smoked for the first time today. This might be a problem.
Perfect.
I don't know. Oh, well. Do you want to play games while we wait for Moosey to get back? It looks like he lost all internet because he has blacked out of Discord.
He's like totally blacked out of Discord, right?
Yeah.
Ellie says, I'm drinking spring water because I chased a puppy around for 30 minutes because a little turd Houdini'd out of his harness.
Oh, he Houdini'd out. Remember that.
That sucks. Anybody that's sitting in that audience that says, hey, we want to join the fun, just let me know. Say, hey, throw me a link. We'll throw you a link. And
look, we have to do the fun first, I think.
We'll get you up in here and you can join creating this fun.
The fun.
What do you want to do? You want a Discord game?
Yeah, we could play a Discord game. Yeah. We could play poker. Oh, then I'll see your cards. Yeah, we should play poker.
We should play poker. If I still beat you, and you can see my cards, there'd be something wrong. Is that what you want to do? Poker?
We don't have to do poker. We can do. Is there?
Word game. Blazing Eights.
I don't think I can play Blazing Eights. My machine's. I know it's not too resource intensive, but mine won't do it.
I have to actually pretty much shut most everything down to actually do most anything. So I get it. When you don't have the resources to do something, you just don't have the resources to do something. It's really disturbing to have a computer that just doesn't want to actually run shit and just wants to shut itself down.
I love the way you use the word disturbing. I'm very disturbed. Chess. Puffer says chess. Can we play that?
Chess? All right, hold on.
Yeah, I think they have it in Discord.
Get in Discord, Puffer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Are you playing with us, Puff? You have a letter league going. Is it okay?
I'm gonna leave that activity.
I couldn't get on stream yet. Kids aren't sleeping yet. I'm waiting for them to finish reading and actually go to sleep. Let's all say a little prayer that happens.
Can't get on
Chess.
stream yet. Kids aren't asleep. Waiting for them to finish reading, actually go to sleep. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Holy fuck. We're supposed to do create a game?
Oh, I have a question for Elephant. Shit, am I lagging?
No.
I think I am.
You sound fine.
Oh, join
too
game?
High.
Did you already create a game?
I did not. Join game, create game.
Yeah. You definitely might have fallen asleep. Is this it? There we go. I just
created something. You should be able to join. There's some other people that are actually sitting in Discord. So everybody knows they'll actually, when I share the screen here, there's going to be other people that they'll actually see.
Ooh. There it is. Don't worry, they all have fake names. Except Mad Core. He switched it back. Baked chess. It's a thing. Baked chess?
Chess? What?
Question?
I suppose if you get high enough, playing a game might be kind of difficult.
What?
Play chess like a master. Oh, okay.
It's your turn, Frog.
Divinity's turn. I took the first turn. Isn't that fun?
Oh, look, they're keeping track of our moves. Do you play this a lot?
No.
Okay.
I don't. I've played a little.
Ouch, why did that to me?
She's like, why did you take my pawn?
That was my favorite guy. When you scroll over into your little pieces, knock back and forth.
Huh?
I think only mine yours are flat.
Yeah, you kind of broke up on
your
that
pieces.
One. What about pieces?
Discord's like me. Do yours knock around like they're real?
I think it's just you. I don't know. Maybe it is Discord. Everybody let us know, or maybe it's. I don't know.
I don't know what to do. I feel so vulnerable.
Ellie, is it just me? It sounds messed up.
Oh no!
Oh,
see this?
No.
I'm talking. All right, not worth it.
Not worth it.
No, Div sounds a bit sketchy. Froggy's good. Div a robot. Uh-oh, sound messing up. My bad, Ski. I probably have just too many things open, but last time we tried this, I don't think I was able to play with you guys on the internet.
Now you're good, says Boomer. So I mean,
oh yeah.
There you go. Just had to let.
Well, I was probably gonna win. You might as well just quit.
quit. Why?
Well, you could quit. It'll give me the win. See that flag? What's that flag do? Click it. Just try it.
She's like, come on, I want to win.
I already quit Discord.
You might
so
just
you're gonna
win anyway. I'm not that good at really playing this game. Just because I've played it a couple times.
Well, no, I
doesn't
already
mean-
left. I left. I
Oh, you
left so it wouldn't
left?
robot me out. Yeah, it's not showing you that. See, Discord's trash. Park. There we go. Whew, sorry about that, chat. We amateurs.
Are you sure you'd like to concede? Hell no, I don't want to concede.
Yeah. Yes, you would. Just say yeah. You done lost.
I'm just gonna take a loss. That's fun.
Take the L.
Since you lost, how embarrassing.
Well, did you have any other choice? Stay or
No,
or
I
quit?
didn't. I really didn't have a choice. It was either I quit or I just sit there until.
That's messed up because it just let me leave.
I mean, I suppose if I would have just hit leave activity, maybe it would have just let me leave as opposed to.
Well, I know it's game night, so you probably don't want to talk politics. What else is happening in the world? Anything good?
I did mark it as open mic / game night, so we can actually talk about anything and everything we want. We can do whatever we want. We can
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
hate on everybody else or
no. We're gonna love.
no hate around here.
Doesn't get us anywhere.
I mean, we really normally don't. So, I mean, it's others
That's
that make
true.
us.
That's true. If you feel like you need to get something off of your shoulders, Cool Frog, you tell me. Nobody's here. It's just me and you.
Yeah, it's just the two of us, the two of us, and the 100,000 other people in the world. That
Oh my God, we got a lot of viewers.
it's just 4, but
You said 100,000. I heard you.
Chess was a fail. My popcorn was a waste.
Oh no.
Come on, you don't waste the popcorn. You still eat the popcorn.
There has to be something else.
There he is. Some moose.
He left to go put a hat on his fucking avatar. Hey, Chucky, good to see you.
If you would have seen how many browser tabs I had,
What's up,
open,
Lucky Chucky?
you'd understand why that needed to happen.
Like I said, just finished watching Mr. Angry stream yesterday. Very good.
Yeah, Mr. Angry really has some issues. It's all right,
What?
though. We love him. We love him either way. It's all right.
Moose, we tried to play chess, but my computer wouldn't do it, so we're kind of back to Stone Age games with sticks and stones.
I'm afraid of Discord. I can't tell if it was my browser or that thing that did it. That thing's evil.
See? Me too.
It's like jealous. It doesn't want you to run anything else along with it.
No. You're not getting... Cover your ears, guys. They're trying to get us in the cult.
Vicky's got the didgeridoo. She's not even here, so.
Vicky's partying.
She is partying, but she just left a message in Discord saying, showing how well she was partying.
Lucky.
Well,
She
Mancor's
swindled
got a-
Frog. It was epic. She kind of did. She got a win out of that. She got a win out of just like leaving and being like, "Look, Frog, I left. What are you gonna do?" She really did.
I did that for the chat. Chat won. Chat is undefeated. Boomer's right. The Discord updates do horrible things. Discord is 1,000% cancer.
Who tried to kill me?
Slowly.
Do you remember when we first were getting on Discord and trying to get people there, and I would always tell them, "Don't go. Whatever you do, don't go. The worst thing you ever do." I should start doing that again. It is trash over there. Not in your particular server, but in general.
Right. In the village, it's all good.
Yep. It's
Should I
just
get
a bit. It what?
Should I get some red paint? Is that what they
Red
did?
paint.
Or red robes? Wasn't that like a horror movie or something back in the day? The Village?
I don't know. It sounds like it should be. I ain't putting on a red robe. I'm not doing it. You guys know that it's going to be 126 degrees in Death Valley tomorrow. I'm going to drive there and try to cook an egg on the road. And when I
Fun.
Googled it, yeah, when I Googled it, they're like, whatever temperature for the egg. And they said, so your frying pan will have to heat up. I was like, what? I'm not bringing a
145
frying
degrees.
pan. I ain't in it. Yeah, it did say
just
100.
do it on the asphalt.
Yeah, right? Imagine I brought a frying pan out there. Seems
I mean,
weird.
You're not gonna eat it, right?
Mm-mm. No thanks. I was LA fan. I went last year. No, I think it's been 2 years. I was in Death Valley when it was 126 for like seconds. We just stopped to use the restroom and jumped back in the car, and it was the worst thing ever. So I can't wait.
Well, you got a dog. Get your dog to taste test your asphalt breakfast.
Oh, that would be awful. Ellie said, "What? I wouldn't. What if your car breaks down? Eek! No. There's still cell phone service. I'm not gonna like venture into the worst part. I'll just go where, I'll just be in Death Valley.
I mean,
Covers-
just the name in itself, Death Valley.
Yeah, I'll bring water.
Lots of water.
I've got water.
I mean, if it's going to be 120 degrees, a cold bottle of water will be warm within a moment. So,
Oh no. No, I mean, here's the thing. I'm from the desert, so I understand the danger. It is very, very, very dangerous. I'm not going to be going out in it. I'm just driving there to have a little fun and come back.
She's got those humps on her back from water.
Whoa. It's not true. He never seen him.
God,
Camel.
Oh, can we clip that out? How big is the
yes, you can clip whatever you'd like. I do have the Creative Commons arbitration thing on there or whatever.
I feel like amazingly just chill. I don't have much to say.
Really didn't either. That's kind of like why earlier when I was asking him, like, you want to run game night?
Come with me, please.
Yeah, for the record, the answer was no, I did not. But next week, I will be doing game night on my channel. Moose, what are you doing? Scratching scratchers?
Oh, you can hear that?
That's what it is.
Yes. Your mic's on.
Wait, can you hear this? Hear this? No,
Yeah.
Wrong mic. Wrong mic. I came prepared. Wait, that's not the wrong mic. What the hell's that? I'll be back.
So then,
Oh no.
for all those that are listening, so then if you heard it, Divinity said that she's running game night next week, Friday. So we will be on her channel. I do have planned. I hope everybody's been working on it. I do have planned for the 28th. I haven't put it up yet, but I was thinking about doing it sooner than later to do the next comedy night. So I hope everybody's been working on that.
Someone with the cricket sounds, hurry up.
Hope you all ready for all that.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah,
I have two. No, I do. I have two great jokes.
Oh, sweet. There you go.
They're definitely better than Jimmy's jokes, so that's my goal. He didn't tell any jokes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be rude for anyone who wasn't at the last comedy night.
Ellie says, "What? Wait, I missed a comedy night." Yes, you did. You missed a comedy night. It was pretty good. Some things that happened that will never happen ever again, but as far as the show goes, I thought it went very well, and I'm pretty sure that we'll actually do that like on a monthly installment, whatever. We'll do a
Yeah.
comedy night. It should be
My
fun.
favorite part, and this is what I'm really showing up to comedy night for, is so that you can put me and Vicky back in an elevator or wherever you want to stick us. But just we don't want to ask questions. We want to just talk to get ourselves out. That was so much fun.
Good.
Oh no.
Last comedy night, I was on replay. Puffer. Oh, mama, that morning was that morning for me. I bet you rolled all morning. Just it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Crickets and spit your toothpaste out. Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't. The last Ellie said, "Oh, good. We'll get that time of the month via comedy." That was last month, and you should go watch it because Winning was absolutely on the rag.
True.
The stuck games Jimmy's not allowed to play. Crickets and then spit your toothpaste out. The games.
I don't know what the toothpaste thing is. I'm so confused.
What games is Jimmy not allowed to play?
Check. Mic check.
You sound a little far away.
I mean, some jokes sucked, and then
Stick games.
some were too much funny.
Oh yeah. Quiet, but it's okay. Do it again.
Check. Mic.
Yeah, you do sound far away again.
Check.
Same.
Put it up to your mouth.
He knows how to do it.
Check.
I
Mm-mm.
don't think he does. I think he
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know how.
You really seriously sound like you're across the room.
Well,
Uh-huh.
you might have to do with Moose on a Hill.
Yeah, just turn him up.
Let's see here. Oh, he's already at 143. Put him all the way up to 200, see what happens.
So cool, Frog. What did you think about the update on Rekida's lawsuit?
What did I think of the update on Rekida's lawsuit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I really understand the whole situation when it comes down to it. I mean, I kind of get it. I get it that he actually went ahead and he called him,
Mm-hmm.
a map, in other words. And I mean, if he gets charged with it, that's his own damn fault.
Mm.
That's my opinion. I mean, if he gets charged with it or whatever it is, it's his own damn fault. He's the one that straight up called Monograph what he did. Now, I've come to Monograph had me on the list at one point in time, right? So, putting me on the list or whatever and trying to call me out as an Australian lawyer and whatever else, trying to intimidate me or whatever, it didn't go very far because I went to the point of just saying, leave me the fuck alone. And he did exactly that.
Yeah.
So I really, if Rekieta really seriously wanted the guy to leave him alone, you simply just could have asked him to leave him alone. Because apparently Monograph has some kind of whatever thing in him or whatever that tells him that when somebody says, leave me alone, he does exactly that.
He said it in the email. He's like, if you want me to leave you alone, just tell me. And you're like, leave me alone. And he did. You're like, well, that worked. I wonder what would have happened if, so at a certain point, it sounds like Montegraph says, and I don't know how true it is, that he asked for him to just take it back or retract it or something like that, and then he wouldn't. So I wonder if Rekieta had done that, been like, listen, this part that I said in particular was I just fucking made that up. It's not true. I have no proof of this, and move on. Wonder if Monty would still be like this.
Yeah, I really don't. I really don't know. I think that he may have actually, eventually left him alone if he was actually asked to do so. But never once does Rekieta actually ask him to leave him alone. Rekieta eggs him on. Rekieta does what Rekieta does.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. Yeah. Well, I don't think he
Don't
thought.
get me wrong. I like
I
Rekieta.
won't listen. This is a question I haven't really had before, but many, many times Rekieta has said he's just a broke guy on the internet. He has no money. He's got no means. Did he think that he couldn't sue him, so he thought he could get away with calling him that because he didn't have the means to do it? I wonder, because why? It seems crazy to me. When he
You
said
don't
that,
have to have money for somebody to sue you.
you have to have money. Well, it's not free to file a lawsuit.
No, right, but somebody can still sue you and sue you for,
to be
for as much
sued?
as they
Yeah.
want. Right, to be sued, you don't have to have money. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, what I'm saying is Monty would have had to have money to file a lawsuit to originate it, and so that's what I was asking. I wonder if that was what he
Was it
thought. Like at the end of the day, is that it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I thought it was a few $100s, and that's that's just to kind of get your foot in the door. I don't know though,
Sure.
and he's got a lawyer this time, so he's done the whole retainer shits. I mean, I guess I guess. I don't know. I was just curious. We hadn't really. I know you sort of peripherally been listening, but we hadn't really. Wasn't sure what you thought.
He made a lot of enemies back in the day, right? So maybe Rekieta's like kind of tagged on to that train.
Yeah, I think so. I think what happened was, yeah, exactly that. He made a lot of enemies. He said a lot of dumb shit. He acted an absolute fool, and then Nick kind of, he didn't expect, I think, to see Monty when he showed back up, and so he's like, just off the cuff, the shit that he remembers, the melon shit, you know what I mean? And then, oh yeah, this little boy thing, and it's like, that's just lack of research and then continuing without looking into it, just parroting what the internet says. And I did think that was an interesting part of Nick's argument, to be like, and then there's, I called him a pedo or whatever, and that's, none of this is what the internet's been talking about for years, and that's no excuse to accuse somebody of a crime like that. I think that's the point.
He probably tagged on like, kind of like White Knight coming on, hoping to get even with Montegraph, or like at least get at him, like even if it was not legally, right? He's a scumbag, so like it doesn't matter. That kind of mentality.
I think so, and I think that was literally. If you heard Nick talk about it up, until now, he says basically the same thing. Your reputation is trash. This is things that people could have thought about you, and it's like maybe that's true. You still don't get to accuse people of certain crimes in such a way. And yeah, I don't know.
I still live off of the moniker of, sticks and stones can break my bones, but your words can never hurt me. It doesn't matter what people say. They can say what they want. I mean, they're going to sit there and call me a map. Yeah, I might get a little disturbed and just be like, no, that's not true. I really don't know if I would go to the point of trying to sue them for what defamation?
Well,
so,
ran a business and you lost clients because of that rumor, regardless of how true that was. It's damages. Right? If true and you lost clients because of it.
Right. I mean, I get it. If you're making as much off of YouTube as what Monograph potentially could be doing, I mean, I could see it.
Do you think he makes decent money?
I think he makes more now after that shit.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he probably makes a little bit more than he was. He has several channels that are, maybe monetized. I know that the main Monograph Live one is, and he has quite the following over there.
It seems like he some people over during this whole thing with Nick?
Interesting take. I think maybe you might be right, because if you spent, like, he's kind of boomerish and hard to listen to and a lot, but he does like a lot of the conspiracy stuff that we're into, you know. He might take it too far, but so you might be right. He could have won some people that went over there just to be like, what's this, you know, kook up to? And then we're like, I don't know.
I feel like Nick's audience is like a lot of critical thinking people. So
Nick's?
Yeah. You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think 50-50.
Yeah. I don't know if it's as much as you'd like to think, but
I think the right wing wants to think that they are critical thinkers, but much like Nick is demonstrating, they are parrots. And much like his chat demonstrates, they are as well parrots. And, you know, just like the left and all of the people that get sucked into that trap, they don't have enough time to research because they think the person in front of you won't lie to me. Look at all the people who believe Farron. Literally, Megan Fox is like, she's a journalist. She's been on Fox. She'd never do that. What the fuck does that have to do with being a shitbag person? She got a great job. So what? Like, I think that people on both sides don't have a lot of time. And so their critical thinking skills are put on pause for a lot of the things that they learn.
Well, Megan also backed her up and like put her own like whatever credibility she might have had at that point, put it on the line without even like doing the least bit of research into what Farron has done.
And I think that's like most people.
It's pretty telling for Megan Fox, writer / quote unquote journalist.
Yeah, well, these are our independent journalists. The one's a hack and the other one's covering for her.
It's a shame because that's the type of like journalism we should be looking to right now for you know,
exactly why it was awful. That was real fun. I'm glad we had that love circle right there.
Do better, Megan. Do better. Fuck's sake.
What's up, Froggy?
I'm just laughing at Moose. I mean, Puffer's got a point. It's icky either way.
It is. I went live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week on Rumble. I spent what, 7 or 8 hours talking about this all week. So it's kind of like on the forefront of my mind. It's my default thing to talk about.
No, yeah. Speaking of Rumble, what up, Great Liquor? Good to see you.
Hey, Great Liquor. Good to see you. Hopefully PB's in the house soon. Or on the replay. Who was it that does replay crew for you? Do you remember? We said we're going to say hi to him every night, and then I think it happened once. They work at night. They're on replay crew. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Do you recall this at all?
I don't.
Okay. Who was it?
Was it a night that we were drinking?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Whoever it was, if you still watch normally, hello.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers. I wish we could play games. I wish we could play like, do you remember back in the day when you could go to Yahoo and play Everyone Just Connects and you could play games with the whole world? That was fun.
You know, there's a way to play games through Amazon. I'm really not sure how that actually works, where those games actually are, how to do it. But that might be an interesting thing for me to actually. I'll take a glance and see if I can't figure something out, because I thought there was a bunch of games that were available, online games that they actually allow you to play.
I mean, there's like tens of thousands of browser games, but like each one you have to freaking sign up for separately.
Yeah, you have that mitosis or meiosis or whatever it is.
Yeah, that just takes like a sign up, but it's like entirely separate from everything else. I know what you mean. Like in Discord, everything's put together. You literally just one click, one game to another.
Boomer's part of your replay crew.
Boomer.
I was-
I have a decent replay crew over here on this YouTube side or whatever. I usually pick up somewhere about 20-25 replay within the next day.
Oh,
Not
that's
so
nice.
bad.
Have you been keeping your shows more reasonably lengthed? If that's timed, I don't know.
No, this week was horrible with length because I had taken the weekend off and I came back thinking, well, no, I have so much time that I had missed that I've tried to make up for. And it just basically snowballed through the week. But I think even yesterday was like 3.5 hours. So it's kind of hard to actually pick and choose what you want to actually do and what you don't.
Yeah.
So yesterday was 4 hours and 8 minutes. Yeah. Day before was 3 hours 20 minutes. 3 hours 20 minutes. Day before that. So yeah, no, not really.
I don't envy you at all. I was going to do a show, or we're even still thinking about doing a Rumble show about the election and just the different candidates right now and what they're saying, what their thing is.
Right.
And so I was like, well, I think I need to look some of them up. That's why I was asking you their names and doing all that yesterday. But there's so much, literally. As I'm got 2 interviews I'm watching, and then bam, here's another one. I'm like, oh my god, I don't even know where to start. So I definitely don't envy you.
So then, as far as that goes, it'll be something that I'll have to eventually probably bring it up Sunday night, would be Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson had a Blaze TV thing or whatever that he actually went and interviewed most of the GOP representatives this morning for some 10-ish hours, whatever. I know that there's several articles out there for it, and it should be fairly interesting to hear what some of these guys actually had to say, because it's supposed to be GOP representatives that were supposed to be there that he had talked to, but it sounded like Kennedy showed up as well.
I like him. Do you like him?
Yeah, I do. I don't like that he's a Democrat, but I like the some of the thoughts that he has, that he's actually been running off of.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be, I mean, it's usually like I don't know. Never mind. Long thought. Hey, Trucker. Boomer said,
Trucker John.
Pence said the issues with the cities are not his problem. That went over like a lead balloon. Oh, I'm interested in watching a lot of that.
And
you're going to do it
Sunday? No, it was this morning.
No. You're going to do it Sunday?
Yeah, I'll probably cover some of it on Sunday or whatever.
Do you want to cover it now? Do you want to go through it now?
10 hours worth of video?
Yeah, fast skip it. Some of them aren't going to be interesting, yeah. Got to start somewhere.
It's Blaze TV, so I don't know if that would actually be something that would actually be able to just go ahead and watch.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that, it's like,
ooh,
take a quick glance here, whatever.
Boomer said,
go
Boomer said Kennedy's a gun grabber. Tell me more.
He kind of is.
I'm out. I'm out on him.
No thanks.
Yep.
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker, absolutely. That's why I don't like.
The only thing that I liked about him was the fact that he was actually calling out the jab the way he was.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, he's really actually got something good to say. Well, then all of a sudden, when you look at like the gun grabbing thing or whatever, he's like, that's why you're running as a Democrat. Okay.
The only reason they didn't start going door to door with that shit is because everybody has guns in America.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Right. You can walk up to me. You can walk up to my house and you start talking some bullshit about trying to take my gun. You might actually see it.
You see what was happening in Australia? They were literally looking on like social media, going up to people's houses, like, and protests too. Protesters, they were going and seeing where they were going around, and then going to their houses and asking them about it. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, no thanks. Dude, I'm pretty sure in Australia there was a thing where you could go out during the whatever. I don't know how much I can say, but you could go out. But if they called your phone or whatever, you had to be like in the right area and like do a camera with them so that you be verified that you are who you are and you're where you're supposed to be.
That
What?
was in the house. That's like
In your house?
Yeah, they wanted you to do a live from your house, and if you weren't able to respond, they would show up at your house and make sure you were
Oh
in your
my
house. If you didn't
Lanta.
respond to them at your house, they would start like searching for you in the area. People weren't allowed to go more than like a certain amount of miles every day or week.
Yeah.
Stuff.
But and when I was talking to one of our friends that's over there, she didn't when I was like, "Yeah, but you guys had those camps that you put the people in?" She was like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah." We looked it up. So then she looks it up and she comes back, she's like, "Well, they were very nice." I'm like, "Okay.
Yeah,
No,
they
no,
weren't
no,
so
no, no.
bad.
That's
So
so
terrible.
bad. Yeah. This is a nice prison. We got a good one. They got good food here. Mm-mm.
They were literally doing manhunts to try to track people down.
And
From them.
and you had to pay for it. You had to pay for that person that was not voluntary. It was it was forced. Oh, that's crazy. I like some Boomer said I like Vivek, but he may not be viable. I was listening to Patrick Bet David talk to Charlie Kirk about him yesterday, and they really made him seem likable. I haven't watched him yet, but the it sounds like he's aggressive. Also beautifully said this. She also said that he's like a non bullshitter and stood his ground. So it'll be interesting to see him.
Trucker John, we didn't say anti-job. We said anti-jab because the other word that you have in your little statement there, you can't say on YouTube. That's why we use the word jab. Not anti-job, anti-jab.
Yeah, Trucker John probably doesn't agree with his stance on
Right.
being
exactly.
jabbed.
Right, exactly.
Having a jab. What? Boomer. The what? I didn't see that. What? The last thing she said is the Grapes of Wrath Hotel in Canada were horrifying, but not of wrath. And I never heard of Grape Hotel.
I've never heard of that either. There are clips on Twitter.
Canada's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Boomer said they had the COVID camps that were not nice. They actually were. They redid. They were brand new. They like refurbished some military base or some shit like that. But no, anytime they're locking you up against your will, it's not nice. Look, Vicky's here.
Hey, Vicky.
Well, shit, here you all are.
Vicky.
Hey, hope you're having fun out there. Vicky is at a festival, partying her face off. I'm surprised she's here.
Oh,
I'm surprised she has service.
Would you rather spend the weekend in a tent or in a COVID camp?
Oh, yeah.
Tent in the woods, pooping under a tree, burying it, or in a COVID camp? Sorry.
Does she have to pay? Because you're a moose, you had to think about that, I guess.
That's the first thing I think about when I think of camping. It's like, oh, I gotta poop under a tree again.
She's having a blast. Hey, Ryan. Good to see you. You had to stay in mandatory hotels during the pandemic. Some did not have locking doors. Men were graping the females. Wow.
Jeez.
That's awful. And they don't have weapons, huh? They have very few weapons up there. None in Australia.
You'll get worse charges for carrying a knife than attempted rape.
That's crazy.
Right?
Do you see what Boomer said? She says, tent in the woods, pooping in trees, and wiping with poison ivy over COVID camps. Amen.
Yes, Trucker John. Yes.
RFK is an anti-jab nut jab. Sounds like he's a nut job. We're
Yes.
we're with you on this.
I-
Tell us who you like.
Right.
What's that girl's name? Marianne. Are you a Marianne fan?
I hate that lady.
We love her.
Who?
Marianne Williamson.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, here we'll pull
Nice.
something up here for you.
Vicky says she has great reception where she's at, so we'll get to see a little bit of her this weekend. Yay, yay. So become a member of this channel so that you can get into Discord and talk to Vicky. Now there's incentive.
Biden all the way, huh?
Oh, Boom said
You're enjoying the economy as it is?
Boomer said they're not going to run that that guy. You would be moved straight from the border or airport to quarantine hotels. No chance to arm yourself even if you owned one. Wow.
Here's your list. Here's your list of all of the current candidates.
He is running for president
Joe Biden.
again? He's going for it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
For now.
Yeah. He actually went out and said that. You can see here on the April 25th, he actually come out and said that. He was
Oh. All right.
They
So
can
then
pull it
on
out. Like,
April 5th, there's Robert Kennedy Jr. And then February 23rd, you got Marianne Williamson. Marianne Williamson, you know, she actually tried coming around back in 2020. She was actually part of that pool. Not a lot of people remember her, though. They're like, really? She was? Yeah, she was there.
Do you think that how serious is Kennedy about his gun grabbing? And would it be worse to have him than Biden?
That's in my opinion, I think he's better than Joe Biden, but don't like the gun grab, you know. So I mean, really seriously, Joe Biden has never been the right person or the correct person for any answer whatsoever in the last 60 years. He's trash. He's done so much and written so many laws that have hurt the massive populace of not necessarily of people of color, but people of poverty.
Yes.
I mean, who needs gun rights when you have private security around you all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that's expensive. Yeah.
So those
Why
are
did you
the
let it rip
three.
in public today, huh?
No.
I might have to go find that.
Trucker John, come get your guy.
But there's the 13 Republican candidates that are
That's
out there.
Vivek? I was going to try and guess what he looked like, and now it's foiled, and I know what he looks like. I wasn't going to guess that.
Vivek Ramaswamy, he seriously is more like he's actually trying to run for cabinet member for Donald Trump than he is anything.
Hold on. How old is he?
He's fairly young, but he's actually he's been around for a little bit.
Pence is running? Hold on. Let me
yes,
trip out
of
on this
course
for a
he is.
second. And Chris Christie? Well,
Yes.
Chris Christie has money to burn or something? Because get the fuck out of here.
He's
blackface of
gonna-
white
he's gonna waste
supremacy is
his
here?
cheeseburger money
I'm
running
voting for Larry Elder. Larry Elder's got my vote. Hell yeah. Sorry, Vivek. I was about to like you. I've never heard
Oh
of
my
Corey
god, Chris
Stapleton.
Christie is running. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he's right
Oh, yeah.
here.
Doug
Fuck.
Burgum, Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, Larry Elder, Nimrata Haley, Bill Hurd, Asa Hutchinson, Mike Pence, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tim Scott. Now, Tim Scott might be something. Corey Stapleton, Francis Suarez, and then Donald Trump. They all have, massive amount of people running for GOP. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to see 13 people sitting there. I really don't like it, that they're actually diluting the field as much as they are.
It's because everybody's got this shit mentality, like they have to make it into one of these two parties and to have like a chance at winning. So
By
red
the
or blue,
people-
red or blue.
We'll see. There were a shitload last time, right? Or weren't there like 16 people on the debate stage when Trump was up there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Democrats
yeah.
too. There was a ton. There's both
Oh, yeah.
sides.
Oh yeah. It's kind of strange that there's only 3 this year. You'd think
Well,
that there'd be a
is it
lot
over?
more.
How many?
No,
How?
there's gonna. They still have time to actually go
Okay.
ahead and file the paperwork to become a candidate for this or whatever. It's just that some of the stuff that's actually currently going on is you'd actually have GOP is actually supposed to go to Iowa, and Democrats are supposed to go to South Carolina within the next month.
Oh,
to
so
start.
usually by
Mhm.
then you have okay.
Right. Usually you have your field before you actually start doing doing all these I don't know election type of stuff that they do, because they all go up on stage. They hold these forums or these I can't even call it right, whatever it is. They're all nominated for this position, and I don't. Who's going to get the nomination from DNC? Who's going to pick up the nomination from RNC? Now, this isn't the only people that are actually running.
What
You
do you mean?
also have a couple people. You have there's a couple other people that there's one that's running for Green Party. That would be what the heck is his name again?
Boomer said DeSantis is tanking hard, and Romney
is.
talked about another run. Trucker John said most of them are just hoping for book deals or Fox News jobs.
Nobody
Biden-
wants to work for Fox. The Fox went and messed up. They messed up. They're just as bad. They're the paid opposition is all they are. They're not. They're
all
not
trash.
the right wing like you think they are.
Biden's hoping for another 4 years of Democrat rule so he can avoid freaking investigation, prosecution, whatever's coming his way eventually.
Well, see, that's the scary one, is being that he's 80 some years old. By the time he actually makes it out of the next one, he'd be 86. If he makes it that far. If he makes it that far. If he doesn't make it that far, because of how old he really is, the scary one is who the vice president is.
Is it so? Would it be the same? Is he gonna? Would it be Joe Biden and Kamala?
It sounds like he might not be. It might not be Joe Biden and Kamala. It sounds like there's an awful lot of people that are against Kamala for everything that she was. Her ratings are actually lower than his currently. She's like 37% of people actually think that she's doing a good job. It's so ridiculously, it's such a low number. The worst vice presidential numbers ever when it comes to polls.
Damn.
She's just horrible trash. And you have to actually think about it. Who's going to be your vice president? Because Joe Biden, being as old as he is, if something happens to him, each person that's sitting right down below him gets to move up a seat, right? So you got Kamala go up to president. Currently, you'd have your Speaker of your House, which would be McCarthy, would actually step up to vice. You'd have your Senate pro tempore that would actually step up to be your Speaker of your House, which he gets to, because Speaker of the House doesn't have to actually be a representative. It can be anybody. It can be anybody. The reason that number 4 gets to step up into that number 3 position to be Speaker of the House is, scary in itself, because when you actually look at the lady that's out of Washington State, that is your current Senate pro tempore, she is also not really the best person for her job. But why they keep on electing dumb people for dumb positions is really beyond me.
Well, a lot of people just are like, I'm gonna go all the way down the Democrat side. They don't look, they don't care,
Right.
or they're finding sheeple that are like Biden that will go 60 years and not do a fucking thing.
I don't understand how Biden still has supporters. Like,
I don't get it either.
Okay, Trucker John, he says we should have a pool of who will croak, or probably maybe a poll on who will croak first, Biden or Trump. We don't sit there and call Biden names. Why? Because we don't do that. It's unnecessary to call somebody a name
And that's
when
all
you
you
don't know them personally. For you to call somebody an orange Cheeto is just that, calling people names.
Squab said, I am not working a poll. That is not what we heard, Squab. We stay hearing it.
It's a pool.
But I'm with you on that one, Trucker John, when it comes down to that age. When it comes down to the age, yes, Trump is also very, very old.
Yeah.
Why we keep on putting very, very old people in presidential spots is just as dumb as anything, really.
Yeah. That's
Listen.
true.
Let's just hand over the country. Let's hand the steering wheel over to the AI masterminds, and it'll just be smooth sailing. You know,
Yeah.
we'll have our morphine drips and
Yes.
vape snacks.
I doubt
And
that
our
Kamala
bugs.
Harris
And
would
our
just
bugs.
continue the policies of Biden. There's no way.
Yes, Trucker John, I'm upset that Trump calls everyone else names. It is my least favorite thing about him.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't like name calling.
There's a lot of
period.
shit I don't like about him, but there's way more shit I don't like about Biden. Way more. Mostly the kid stuff. I guess the money shit's a problem. The war stuff, gets deep.
But no new wars under the last administration. But yeah, right away, the second that we get into this one, yep, immediately let's go to war with a country that is in our own back pocket. Makes sense. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and funnel money through Ukraine, through FTX, right back into our own DNC back pocket.
Oh, I need a drink. It's politics. God.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's do something. What else is there, Moose? There's got to be something good in the world.
It's okay. I'll be right back.
Oh, no, he's going to go poop under a tree.
I'm with you on that one, Boomer. Kamala is a stooge, and she would probably make drastically horrible decisions. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm from California, so I get to talk on that. That bitch is awful. The end. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Squab up. I think Pocahontas was pretty cool, though.
A cartoon or the Alaska?
Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, it's not Alaska. That's the other one.
I'm 132nd, 164th, whatever it is, Cherokee Indian. And it's like, yeah, sure you are. Okay.
He just didn't need to do that. It's like, oh my god. But I'm like, he's so East Coast that, like, there's a lot of Trump that is hard to fucking deal with. But thankfully, he was a great president, so I don't have to deal with his fucking personality. I don't have to like him. I'm not his homie, and I was never going to be his friend. He ran our country wonderfully, and I had a great year in the stock market for a great few years.
Trucker John, thank you so much for being here, brother. I guess you don't like that we're top G7 country.
Oh, Christ.
Thanks to Bidenomics. Thanks to a word that he used to actually run for president for this 2024 session. It's all it is. It's
That's
a word.
embarrassing.
The economy didn't change, and it's not gonna change. It's just him trying to come up with a word, so that way he has something different to run off of for this current election cycle, just like he did with the last one of 303.
Wait.
Oh, that was his number. Was it Build Back Better?
Yeah.
A messed up bunch of words that he was trying to say something that didn't come out right.
Was that the one where they subsidized
It was
like EV companies and everything? With their tax dollars? Solar companies. They poured like
Here,
a ton of money.
I'm gonna do something quick here.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America. Made in America.
Wait, he's right. He said, are there 13 candidates? 4, 8, 12. Yeah,
Yes, it's
13.
13.
Which coven, or is it meant to be one Messiah and 12 apostles? Oh, you nailed it, Ben. What are they doing here? Why did they put Trump right somewhere in the middle so it's not so
That's
weird?
an interesting thought, Bren. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Ben.
Good to see you.
You need one more, like devil creature, 4 horsemen of the apocalypse or something for the Democrats. right?
Take this down, I suppose.
That's funny. Who is Judas? Yeah, we got to go back and forget who that is. What's his name? DeSantis, probably. He done sold out for 20 pence. Oh, wait, Pence is there. He could be Judas.
There you go.
There you go.
We're gonna put him on a cross anyway.
The gold
Exactly.
ticket,
He's happy I'll savior anyway.
I'm just kidding myself.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
Yeah.
Got so many clips. It's great.
Find the poop clip. The
Yeah, I
first
want to
one
hear him fart.
before it gets stale.
Oh, okay.
We want-
Or it gets stale. Okay, let me see if I can't find it.
DeSantis has already denied Trump 3 times before the rooster crowed. Oh, Boomer, you're on fire tonight. DeSantis isn't going to Charlie Kirk's giant event for the Republicans in Florida. Make that make sense.
You don't need him.
That's what they said. They said it feels like he's very entitled. He doesn't call people back. He doesn't stick with his schedule. Like they'll be like, "All right, well, free now," and then a week later they'll go back from him. Shit like that. That he's just a trash
Honestly,
communicator.
when it comes to like voting for a president, I don't give a damn how many like political conferences or whatever he's been to. I look at like the records, his record. Is he a fucking liar? Did he take care of business?
Yeah.
Is it all show?
That's true. So we can kind of see that with what he did in Florida. So now I want to hear what he says. I want to watch him talk. And I think it's sus that you don't want to get in front of a camera and let us watch you talk and be grilled about shit.
With him, just like with Kennedy, I've heard some things about red flag laws. More,
Oh, really?
yeah, more going after two-way rights.
What's up with that? What? I don't get it. Oh, well.
I
It's
heard
because it's
that
a...
from people. I haven't looked into it, but I think
Oh.
the purpose is made. Let me see. Real-time research. Why DeSantis sucks. Let's see.
What, is that what you're Googling? Why DeSantis sucks? It won't be biased results at all. Frog is currently typing in Biden fart into his Google search bar, which I think is hilarious.
I'm trying to find it.
Was it a fart or a shark?
If
Oh, we'll be the judge of that.
Boomer's out there because she said that it actually happened. If she knows where that is and she can actually get that to me, that'd be great.
They were already scrubbing his fart off the internet. Unreal. Ron Paul was our theocracy candidate. I don't know what that means, so I shouldn't have read it, maybe. Elephant wants to know if he filled his diaper. I would bet that he does, but those are magic, and they don't get bigger for some reason.
Just a little damp.
DeSantis is Florida, man. Come and knock on our door.
We'll be waiting for you.
Do you have Del Taco where you live, you guys?
Hell no.
What? Why would you say it like that if you don't even have it? It's a judgy, damn.
Because I make my own. I don't.
You make your own Del Tacos?
I make my own tacos. I don't go to.
They have French fries. Do you make your own French fries?
Hell yeah, yum.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Lass, what's up? DeSantis is Florida man. Yep. It's so good.
Trucker John says, you do know that Trump has been wearing diapers for decades now, right? I mean, disgusting. He's like 100, so I would assume. I'm going to wear diapers as soon as I start leaking. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna care what y'all think. I think you're gonna care if I get shit in your car. They're gonna be strapping diapers to you, Trucker John. He won't put them on, but we got him near him.
Okay, so I didn't find Biden yet, but I did find Kamala Harris. Now, I seen this earlier. Listen to the words that come out this lady's mouth. And this is why she scares the shit out of me and why I think that she should not even be vice president.
Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children.
And we reduce population, they're not even hiding it anymore. Straight out saying the words, reduced population. They're not afraid to hide the words anymore. They're just going to say whatever they want.
That's wild. We already aren't making enough people in America to, like, what is it called when, like, the birth rate's not, I don't know the words.
Civilization declines at anything less than 2.5 children per family.
Yeah.
There's so many families that have one child. Does a civilization grow that way? Absolutely not. So if you think that this world's going to stay the way it is anyway, we're greatly mistaken. Our civilization's been down the shit tubes and it's never going to come back.
Electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Reduce population gives them clean water? Oh.
Reduce population.
Oh. That's something. How does a reduced population give you clean water?
Elifant said, wait, what, girl? Population will go down anyway since boomers will be dying off within 25 years. That's true. Trucker John said he was just pointing out our double standard, talking about Biden's diaper. Biden currently farted in public, and that's why we brought that up. Trump, I don't think his diapers are as amazing as Biden's. I'm not giving him that. This is all Biden, buddy. That's why we have immigration? What? For okay. My 1-year-old just jumped and fell off the chair, landing on his head. Luckily, his sister put a couch cushion there. He laughed. Little fucker scared the crap out of me. Watched him fall in slow-mo. Oh, it's so scary. We got 2 kids. I'm 48. She's 38. We're not going to get that half a kid. That's okay, Jerry. I had 3, so I'll take half and you can have the other half. We're good. High five. John, the world's population is going down. No, I think we have to get immigration from, I think, India and I think all Muslim
There's a difference between immigration
countries are
and coming into
fine.
this country legally, the way it's intended to be, and flooding the southern border and coming here and thinking that you get to have everything handed to you because you struggled to walk up through 150 other countries that are not part of South America or Central America. These are not just people that are from South America that's crossing that border. There's people from 150 different countries doing just that, taking that track. And this is the reason that I don't like this guy. This right here.
And thanking folks. President Biden currently en route to Washington at this moment, but this was...
Leave the little kids alone.
Yes, please. Anytime now. Well, I mean, he doesn't get it. He showered with his daughter. He's disgusting.
Let's get going for a nibble.
Yeah, did you see it? He was nibbling on it.
What the fuck?
Nibbling on this child. Yeah, we'll reshare it for you.
Nibble, nibble, nibble. The mother's like,
moment, but this was him wrapping up today's meeting with Nordic leaders, as you saw it here just moments ago. The president departing health.
Goes for a sniff and even scares the little girl.
She did not like that. Aw.
And mom's just holding on
Mom's
to the
not
girl
just-
like, oh my God, this is so cool. We actually got to see the president of the United States. Yay. The little girl gets to be traumatized for the rest of her life.
Sacrifice her to the gods.
It says Joe Biden takes no questions and fails to salute a Marine yet one more time.
Mr. President! Into the White House!
We don't care about him not answering questions because he never does. He's been told not to by his handlers. There's the Marine salute. You're supposed to stop. Salute the Marine. You are the commander-in-chief. You are the commander-in-chief, the top honor for all military. And your ass is going to sit there and not salute the Marine?
He said it in his head. You didn't hear him because of the wind. If they would have turned the helicopter off, you'd have known he thought about it. Like last time. That dress looks like it got fucked by paintball. I liked her dress. Finally, Jill's got a stylist who's not retarded.
Oh, America. Yeah.
Did you see her in fishnets like around Christmas time? I'm like, what is she wearing? Holy ass, who dresses this old lady?
Fishnets.
Yes, those stockings that whores wear on the street. That was the first lady.
Never mind, I don't want to see.
Don't Google it. It was a short skirt too, like too short for an old ass woman. Have some class.
Don't ruin fishnets for.
Yeah, don't you do it to yourself. Jerry said, I have classmates with grandkids older than my oldest. Half of their ovaries are dried up by now, so I'm not too jelly. Yeah, when you think about it like that. Did I already read this one? No. If you think it's bad, if you think that's bad, we have the same problem in Australia, except they have floated all the way here on boats through dozens of other safe countries. Ellie asked if you've seen the pic of Jill kissing another dude.
Did she have a stroke too?
I
She,
don't know.
the vice president's husband.
Oh, wait. She just actually kissed the wrong dude. She thought he was on her right, but he was on her left, and she just... I held the wrong
No,
dude's hand
there's
one time.
nobody else around.
Oh, no. They got a thing? Let's watch it.
Do it.
I'd smash Jill if I had to fuck Kamala sometimes. Too soon.
What?
You know. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh no.
The fishnets.
Oh, she'd do it for me. I don't know. Oh. No, she was in the audience and he was on stage. Oh, the husband was on stage, so she knew she wouldn't have been kissing her own husband. Damn.
When you're old, you're old.
What are you gonna do?
Oh no.
What?
Don't put in Joe Biden farting.
Yes, do it. Share it with us for the
Don't
love
do
of
it.
God. Show us.
No. Song with lyrics by Little Big Stack about Joe Biden farting. It's like, no, not
Yeah.
cool. No.
Little big stack.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Try Joe Biden wet fart.
Mm-mm.
It says no, Biden didn't sniff a baby or fart in these videos, according to 2 days ago. So I'm like,
They have to say that.
when they have to say that, obviously there's something else that happens.
They're all in the same Twitter group, so you know, it's kind of awkward.
Boomer said, I can't find it now, but yes, he was biting a kid who was horrified. You must have been looking for it when Cool Frog showed it to us. We did see that poor kid.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yuck.
Man.
Elephant said, knowing that, I doubt the fishnets were for Joe. They was for us, Ellie. She posed for the American people in that. At least Jill stopped wearing hooker outfit. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. So maybe she's a little behind in our conversation. Seriously, that was bad. Oh, have you guys hit the like button? Because I just did. I have forgotten. I'm gonna share it.
Looks like there's 13 people that have liked it now. Go ahead, hit that like button if you haven't hit that button for me yet. Got a couple people over on that Rumble side yet.
I'm going to go grab a drink really quick. I will be right back.
Okay.
1 second.
The fun one for Chuck or John's thing or whatever is, if there was something out there of a gaffe or something of Donald Trump, I'd totally do that too. I'd totally bring that up and laugh at him as well, because I think it's funny as hell when people do stupid things. So, find me a gaffe, something that's recent of Donald Trump, and I'll totally put it up.
I like the shuffle dance. It's his dance when he makes like a fist and he kind of shuffles over a little bit.
Oh, yes. Like he's trying his back. Yes.
Like he's what?
Like he's got a towel in his hands and he's trying his back. Right? Yeah.
There you go.
Like I said, I pick on all of them. It's not just one or the other. It's just that one of them keeps on putting himself in the front of the spotlight to actually get picked on.
Yeah, nope. No, thank you. No, thank you on Biden. Sorry. No, thank you. I'm all set on Biden. All filled up on Biden. Good on. Hey, cat, get off of there. Shit. See, you don't like Biden either. Trying to get at it. Escape the Biden. Fucking look at me like that. Anyway.
What? Oh my lord. Being that we're speaking of news, politics, and stuff like that, here, let's cover this thing here. Let's check that out. Climate activist wackos glue themselves to runways in Germany, disrupting thousands of passengers. Super gluing themselves to the ground. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Look at this big piece of concrete with their hands stuck to it.
Leave him there. Leave him.
It does not make sense. You're right, leave him there. Go ahead, land your airplane. Don't matter.
Roll right over them.
It makes no sense whatsoever why you would actually bring yourself to the point of doing such a thing, of feeling it necessary to glue yourself to the tarmac.
You ever seen roadkill that's like been kind of like ran over for like months in like the summer heat in the sun? Literally, like becomes a part of the asphalt. It just morphs into the
flat
asphalt.
as a pancake. Yeah. Depopulate them? Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with that, Ellie. I just quit. The ignorance of these people when they actually go around and they sit there and they glue themselves to tarmacs, they glue themselves to art, they throw tomato soup or glue or mashed potatoes to artwork because they're actually against climate change or whatever. And it's like, what does the artwork have to do with it? Oh, it's that you couldn't get your word out there because nobody was listening to anything that you had to say. So you felt it necessary to actually go do something stupid like vandalizing artwork to get yourself known.
Unfortunately, most of these people have the best intentions.
Mm-hmm. They're just retarded. Yep.
If only that energy could be like turned around for good.
The youths. We gotta save the youths. So, I must have frozen while I was looking for the fart. That's a funny comment. One of my kids glued himself to something, but he was a toddler. That is wonderful. It's hilarious.
This excuse. How'd you get him off?
Yeah. Peanut butter, maybe. I don't
That's
know.
gum, I think.
Isn't gum sticky like glue?
No.
It is. It's just a different kind of sticky. It's all the same thing. One's just better at it.
They use like this epoxy shit that like they mix two parts together and then it hardens.
Her kid did?
No, not the kid, the activists.
Oh. I missed that part. I just know Ellie's kid glued himself. I was thinking it's probably like super glue.
No. Ellie's kid
How did that?
Let me
glue
see if
herself
I
to the
can
tarmac.
get to come back up. Wherever it is. It's buried.
I don't punish
Bring
my
this back up,
children.
being that Div's here. So here, I'm like, oh, being that we're speaking of news and politics, climate activists wackos glue themselves to runways in Germany, disrupting thousands of passengers.
No.
There, you see
Oh.
the pavement that they've actually glued themselves to.
Ouch.
Entschuldigung. Warum du machen das?
Well, they're happy. That's at least they're not in pain. What the crap?
They're gonna be in pain when they actually finally get their hand off of it.
Yeah.
Dude, what if they lose their hands because the thing can't breathe?
Exactly.
Then hopefully less people will do this.
That's true.
At least they had
What?
they care enough to put like reflective stuff on them so they don't get flattened by an airplane. So I guess they don't want to die for the cause.
That's
But the
true.
left hand, they'll sacrifice that. I guess he's right.
I'm going to read this article because this is funny. This is funny how it actually words it. The Gateway Pundit has reported the rise of vandalism and public temper tantrums as unhinged climate activists throughout Europe. On Thursday, activists from Last Generation, used a concrete and epoxy resin mixture to glue their hands to asphalt, disrupting air traffic in two airports in Germany. The stunt blocked runways in Hamburg and Dusseldorf airports, leaving thousands of passengers facing flight delays and cancellations. The use of concrete and epoxy resin does not sound either environmentally friendly or safe.
You're gonna get a yes, at least for the time being.
It repeats itself. It repeats itself
that's
like
funny.
most articles do. This is the same exact line that you've seen just from up above. The dangerous stunt in the latest long list of public tantrums of vandalizing the Travi Foundation, damaging Degas sculpture and German artwork, or throwing tomato soup at Van Gogh, unhinged climate activists can't help behaving like whiny toddlers.
Yikes. The paintings were protected, right? The ones they've tried to mess with?
Most of them. One of them was not. One of them was not, and actually damaged the artwork in itself.
That sucks.
As soon as they take it back in shot.
Dude, we should look. Well, this is totally a different subject. But Madcore had us watching this thing on, what was it? Crop circles today? I was tripping out on that. I didn't know that the government had anything to do with it. Did you?
I did not.
Not the what they were like spreading false stories, right? They were like making false crop circles or something.
Yeah, and like I think one of the people that pretended to make them was on the government payroll or something like that. I don't know. There was a lot. It's like, whoa, there's a lot here that is strange. Well, the fact that it's all radioactive, the radiation had to have popped the corn or the wheat in the fields.
Well, there's the ones made by the government. There's the other ones that are like unexplained and like investigated by the government, and like some of them were like, yeah, the stalks were like bent at a certain spot, and that spot was like radioactive or something.
Mm-hmm.
Microwave corn.
Yeah, that's weird. Or maybe it's sound, like they said, that's making those, which is another dope thing to think about. Sorry.
No, you're okay. Biden approved $39 billion in student loan debt relief today. Is that executive order? Or was that actually something that is legitimate that went through Congress? Oh.
Is that do you know the answer to that already? Or you about to find
Congress
out?
was not in session today, so most
Oh.
likely it was an executive order.
It's a trick question. You got me.
Or it was Friday. There should have been something. So maybe there was Congress, but I doubt that would have actually made it to the president within that short bit of time.
I'd rather forgive student loan debt than send money to Ukraine for weapons to kill.
I mean, either way, your tax money is going to pay for it, right?
I didn't incur any student loan debt. Can I have some money?
Go to school real quick.
Sure.
No, there are a lot of people, and there are a lot of countries that do this. If you have worked since you got out of school, if you have made your minimum payments, if you've not done anything like just there are certain ways, like Scotland, they do it. Probably a lot of different places that I don't know about, and I think that it is cool. They will forgive your loan if you've after X amount of years paid or something. I don't know all of the ins and outs. Listen, I don't know for anybody who's just arriving in chat. I am not in my right mind. I smoked weed for the first time late tonight, right before we started, and it has kicked in and fucked me up.
Hey, I'll catch up.
Yeah, it's something you need to. It's bad.
June 30th, the Supreme Court issued a decision invalidating Biden-Harris administration's student loan debt plan to provide up to $20,000 in one-time relief.
Oh.
He approved it through the education department, so plus for school kids, right? It would be those that have already finished that are sitting in debt. They would actually take care of their debt, not those that are actually currently in school. So putting yourself in school right now, maybe not.
Did you read what Elephant wrote about the email today? On June 30th, the Supreme Court issued a decision invalid. You read that? Okay. It's an executive
and then I
order that
said
will be
Jerry's thing
overturned.
right after.
The Republicans kept stopping the wall because it cost too much, but approved 50 times that to be sent to the UK. Yeah, what the fuck?
UK or UA?
Oh, to Ukraine, maybe. Thanks for correcting us. We just sounded like Biden for a second. We don't know, Moose, but we win in the war in Iraq.
A lot of people overlook the benefit of sending a ton of our weapons over to Ukraine to have them risk their lives testing
Right over there?
The Russians. Yeah. So now we don't have to, risk our soldiers' lives testing our weapons on Russian.
Ellie, coolfrog@gmail.com. Send it to me. I'll just read it from there.
We just get all that data sent right over from the weapon itself. Drone footage of everything going on.
Are any of the candidates right now talking about school choice?
Somebody was speaking of school choice.
That's an interesting one to me.
And they got ridiculed hard.
What? Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
there's so many that are against the school choice. I think it was somebody that was in Congress within the last couple days.
Jerry's our people.
Wasn't me.
While you're at it, Moosey says, I'm hidden wax hard while eating edible candies we make that are awesome. Just gave some to my wife's friend tonight who was having a panic attack. Aw.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all really nice. And is this the same person that said they were where they boat people in and past the good countries, or is that somebody else? Are you in Australia? That's what I'm trying to get at. What is school choice? School choice is instead of the government sending your school district money, they'll give it to you and you can give it to the school. So you can choose which school gets them, which school, like now suddenly the teachers, well, I don't know. It feels to me like, it's the parent's choice, correct? So like right now we have one school here, but if there were multiple schools, it's where you're zoned or district, and then Melrose or whatever taxes are going to be paying for that, and it's kind of a shit education, and you don't really have a choice. I don't know. I feel like it'll make public school better because they're going to want people to go there instead of already get people to go there. You know what I mean? Like we have to send them there.
Yeah, they have no incentive to do better.
Right.
So, you have to pay for it anyway.
Which is is something horrible in itself when you actually think about it, that you have to go to the school that's nearest you, is the reason why there's so many students that are in like inner cities that are actually not getting the education that they should have, because poverty doesn't pay for shit.
Yeah.
So when your school isn't getting any money because nobody has the money to actually give to the school for the support, the school isn't able to actually go ahead and actually educate your students. So
interesting. I hadn't thought about it from that perspective, but that is actually dope, because now you're not relying on, if you have a very small population, very small amount of money is going to be going to your schools.
Right.
Here, the government just subsidies the private and the Catholic schools directly. The Catholics take a quarter of all the students. Obama did that, and Biden wouldn't undo it. Oh, wait. If Biden wants to end the student loan issue, allow all people to file for bankruptcy against the student loans.
Right.
That's
Allow us
interesting.
to file bankruptcy against our student loans so that way we can actually take care of them ourselves, as opposed to the government to actually having to take the brunt of it. Because when you actually do it the way they're doing it and handing out money, the government does it. Who pays the government?
Yeah, but who gave you your money for your loan? Like that person's been SOL, right?
You and everybody else now also has to pay for all that. So because the government did it, if they allowed us to actually file the bankruptcy, it's paid off a different way, because basically it takes away. What's your email address? coolfrog@gmail.com.
Okay, wait. Are you telling me that if you can't include student loans in a bankruptcy filing?
You cannot.
Whoa. Because.
Oh yeah, those are with you for
what's
life.
the reasoning?
Because those are private loans that you took to actually do that. Those are not. It's not like you just incurred some debt that was uncalled for or whatever. You actually went to school. You drew the loans to actually pay for it. It's up to you to pay the bank back. It's not up to everybody else to pay the bank back for you.
I agree. I don't have student loan debt, so I don't have a horse in this race.
I do. So then you'd think that I would actually be on the side of those that would actually want this to actually go through. I don't want anything to do with that. Because why? I don't think it's fair that you and Moose have to pay for my student loan debt.
I appreciate that. And so you're saying you're willing to take the bankruptcy hit and the mark that leaves on you, but they won't even let you do that.
Right. They won't even let you do that
so
either.
You accrue interest then. No, that's really kind of shitty.
I have a friend that went to medical school. He got close to like $500,000 in debt. And, after like a year of residency, that's when you're like bouncing around hospitals and doctors' offices and stuff, trying to like get like a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, right? He got tired of it. He's like, I don't want to be a doctor anymore.
Oh,
Completely stopped. Went back and moved in with his parents. Just gave up completely on it. And that money, that debt's not going anywhere. That's
yeah.
not going anywhere. He's gonna have to pay that all back. And
Yeah.
how's he gonna do that without being a doctor?
That sucks.
Yeah, there should be plenty of different rules on that, though, Ellie. I'm with you on that. There should be a cap on how much you're allowed to borrow and no interest. I agree. There should be, it shouldn't be the way it is. The loan should actually be drawn from the school as opposed to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're only allowed so much until you actually finish the schooling.
Yeah, unless
That's a good idea.
he goes and becomes a doctor, he's going to be paying like a third of his paychecks for the rest of his life towards that debt.
Yikes.
It'll go to his kids probably afterwards too. But isn't
That
how it works?
sucks. Well, it'll go to his estate, yeah. Trucker John said, will these private schools be required to accept special needs kids, or will they mainly be attending public schools? Well, they're only public schools because they're government funded. If every school becomes government funded, there are no longer private schools. So yes, of course, most states have. I don't think you can discriminate against shit like that. So everything's a public school at that point. And then you differentiate, like, this is a more geared school, or this is a Christian or Catholic or whatever your thing is school. But you won't have public private. That's just a differentiator between government funded and privately funded. If we had those, I wouldn't have to homeschool. The public schools here are all woke, and the private schools are all religious. If there were vouchers, competition might give us options. Exactly. Most student loans are guaranteed by the government. Fannie Mae, they went bankrupt and the gift took it over. They went bankrupt and the government took it over under Obama.
Exactly, Trucker John. Private banks won't issue zero interest loans. That's why I say it shouldn't be the banks that should be given the loans. It should be the schools that should be given the loans.
Ellie says they have student debt too. They also feel like you do, Cool Frog. There should be a cap on. Did you read these already? How much you borrow and no interest? Sorry, I scrolled up, so now I'm kind of behind on chat.
Okay. You can reread stuff all you want.
Okay, thanks. Private. Oh, you read that one for
You
sure.
can actually go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. If loan forgiveness happens, schools will charge more, making it more expensive quicker. If loan forgiveness happens, schools will charge more, making it more expensive. You think? But if they're going to give $20,000, it's not just like an eraser. They're going to give it, so the money isn't. I don't. Sorry, Jerry. I don't know if I'm picking up what you're putting down here. It will be okay with school choice I'd be okay with school choice as long as the government doesn't try to regulate homeschool. Yeah. The private schools are just as woke. Yep. Government. Yes, Dave. That's me. What are you doing over there, Musin?
I'm looking through archive.org to see if they dropped like any interesting videos.
Oh, here's an interesting thing. Speaking of archive.org, that's the Wayback Machine area?
Part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they run it, yeah.
I heard that they're coming up with copyright challenges for having copyright material on there. Did I already tell you about this?
What do you mean? They're producing the challenges, or are they getting challenged?
They're getting challenged because they are storing, obviously everything that's being asked to be stored, and they're like getting copyright hits, and it's like, whoa. I think that's interesting because I love the Wayback Machine. It's wonderful, but that's all part of it. It's all on the same website.
Well, it's another step they're trying. Do you know about the dead internet theory?
I heard about that. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's like everything being converted into just like Google, like the outside social media web, and then all like the unique stuff, the small stuff, like all the history, and it's all getting like deleted. Like it's hard to find anything from like 2010, 2012 on the internet.
Yeah, that's strange.
So
I have an old computer I want to go through and just look at all of the old shit that I stored from the internet, just because most of it, like I know for sure I have all of the photographs from Adam Lanza's house, and I'm not going to say where he's from or what he did, but I obsessed over the photos that the crime people took of his home, and I know I have them. I just got to find them, and if I do, I'm putting that shit right on Rumble.
Also, the more like images go around on the internet, the like every time you copy something, it like more artifacts, like the quality gets worse and worse and worse. So if you look at memes from like 20 years ago, they're completely crunchy. They have like all these like little weird things, like glitches in them and stuff like that. You know, so like you could have like original, you know, images from like the old internet that are like in pristine condition.
Oh, damn. So wait, is it like if I had an old PC and I tried to hook it up to the internet, is it like a new PlayStation trying to play an old PlayStation game? Like it just isn't equipped to do it anymore the old way?
No, you should still. Some websites might not work because they require like a newer browser, but you might still be able to load a like depending on what kind of
Cool.
Windows you have.
yeah, I seriously this morning just powered up my 2007 laptop. It's slower than crap. It's just so
But it's
slow.
working.
I'm like, oh my god. I was trying to get it to load up so that way I could actually try saving an email address that I've had for the longest time. That is, I lost the password to, and I can't authenticate it because I no longer have the phone number that it was authenticated to. So I can't access that particular email address. It sucks. It pisses me off. So I was trying to go to the old computer to see if I could actually get it through there. And nope, because the browser was outdated. Horrible. So
Sorry, I didn't mean to
make
go
this-
silent on
No,
you.
you're fine. I don't know if I can make this. I can make this a little bit bigger, I guess.
Hold
So
on.
here's
Thomas
the
Lee Hooker
email.
said, okay, go ahead.
No, let's do that before we actually read the email because there's going to be
There are
more
only a
people
couple.
saying things.
It says the problem is too many careers started requiring 4-year degrees when it wasn't necessary at all, especially when at least half of the classes are just a repeat of high school. I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
The issue with federal-backed student loans is the interest. The interest compounds. If you don't know what compound interest is, look it up. And then colleges are not teaching people anything beyond activism. Grads cannot handle basic work duties and can't function. And I feel like that is an experienced comment coming from Boomer because
Compound
Yeah.
interest that is accrued on top of interest.
oh hell no, you get interest on your interest.
Mhm.
How? And that's a penalty?
That's why
That's
there's
the penalty?
so many that are in such big debt that they can't get themselves out of
Wow.
it, and that's why these relief is something that they've actually been talking about because they know that there's so many people that have actually been croaking from it, and then these the loans whatever that you've taken. If I don't pay these off, they go to my kids. They go to my kids, so they have to pay them off. There's supposedly some way that they can actually defer it somehow or whatever, or they can actually sign it off saying that they can't. But there's so many people that have actually taken on their parents' loans that are struggling to actually get themselves out of debt as well.
So do you think because that's the situation that we've found ourselves in with the bullshit, the compound loans, blah blah blah, all this, that it might not be the worst thing for our country and for people in general I mean, if they send you $20,000, are you burning the check?
If they send me $20,000, they're not going to send it to me.
For your loans? What if they said,
They're-
cool, from
they're gonna-
student
they're
loan?
gonna
That's
go,
what
they're
it's
going to
written
go
to.
pay. They're going to go put it towards the loans, and they're going to actually say, okay, now you only owe 20 as opposed to owing 40.
You're not going to have a say?
No, they're
Wow.
not going to. They're not going to do that. They're just going to go and throw it right on Tyler. Student loans
Compound
are
interest.
discharged upon death, and I'm not so sure about that.
Compound interest is only awesome if you're saving for retirement. No, they can't make your kids pay it, Boomer said. No. Student loans are discharged upon death. There's There's paperwork. You will it out, send a copy of the death certificate, and done. I agree, Boomer. They
They
can't
still have
take
to deal with
your
it.
assets, but once you die, the loan is dead. Okay, wait. So your estate doesn't owe the loan either? Say I died with $1 million bones in my estate. I don't have to pay that? My kids don't have to make sure that that bill is paid?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
That'd be interesting because it's a loan you owe. I would just assume, like, that's, I mean, I'm not anyone's
so sure about
executor, so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so I'm going to actually stop right at Moose's archive. I'm going to actually read this out real quick. So this is the recent Supreme Court decision on student debt relief. On June 30th, the Supreme Court issued a decision validating the Biden-Harris administration's student debt relief plan to provide up to $20,000 for one-time relief for up to 40 million student loan borrowers. We believe the Supreme Court got it wrong. President Biden and I recognize how critical student debt relief would have been for tens of millions of Americans and their families, and we understand many of you may be wondering how the court's decision affects you. The decision from the Supreme Court means that the administration cannot move forward with the one-time student debt relief plan announced last year. The department has already approved applications for more than 16 million borrowers. And if you are one of those borrowers, we are unable to provide you with relief under the program due to the court's ruling. While we disagree with the court's decision, our administration will not stop fighting to provide debt relief to borrowers. We will use every tool at our disposal to do so, which is why our administration is taking the following actions immediately. First, we are taking action aimed at opening an alternative path to debt relief for working and middle-class borrowers. We started the process to provide relief to as many people as we can, as fast as we can, through the rulemaking process. Under the law, this path will take time, but we are determined to keep fighting for borrowers, and we will keep you updated in the months ahead. Second, the administration is implementing the most affordable repayment plan ever created, called the Savings on Valuable Education Plan. Late this summer, borrowers will start saving money under the new plan, which will cut monthly payments to $0 for millions of borrowers making $32,800 or less individually. The cutoff is $67,500 for the borrower in a family of 4, and save all the borrowers at least $1,000 per year. Additionally, it will stop runaway interest that leaves borrowers owing more than their initial loan. Eligible borrowers can enroll in a repay plan today, and the department will automatically enroll them in a save plan and update their monthly payments as the new terms are implemented later this summer. Third, under the legislation enacted by Congress, the student loan payment pause is ending. Interest will begin accruing on September 1st, and payments will be due in October. To help borrowers successfully return to repayment, the department is creating a temporary on-ramp to protect borrowers from the worst consequences of missed, late, or partial payments, such as negative credit reporting. However, borrowers who can make their payments should do so. If you will owe payments this fall, or just want to learn more, visit studentaid.gov/debt relief to learn more about these actions. Identify a repayment plan that works for you, and consider the benefits of making on-time payments as you prepare to restart monthly payments. We will not stop fighting to make sure that the student debt is not a barrier for Americans to access college and economic opportunity. We will continue to put the needs of the students and borrowers first, help borrowers access the support and resources they need, and make the promise of college a reality for more American families. We'll keep fighting for you. Sincerely, Miguel Cardona, Secretary of Education.
Oh.
So, only help those that are making under 67.5. The interesting one is those who aren't, because it says working in middle class. Doesn't say anybody that's in poverty or anybody that's under that threshold of being able to pay for something. If you're poor, you're still screwed. You still have to be a working / middle class individual that's making on time payments to actually be eligible for this 20 grand. If you're poor and you're not paying your stuff because you can't afford to, they don't care.
Yikes.
Useless.
It looks like the estate does not have to pay for your student loans. When you die, they die. If students have to pay, schools can't charge as much. Every bit the government take from the taxpayers going to loans frees the bank up to loan more, allowing a school to charge more to current students. But they'll know how much you have, right? They're like, okay, everyone gets 20 grand, so we're going to make our school 19,999. You know?
Yeah.
Right. You won't be able to use your loans for anything else. You'll only be able to pay for your schooling and then pay the loan off later. Once you actually get a job, that actually allows you to pay for that. Now, if you're poor,
you're just going to be poor for a while.
well, they could actually try making you go sit in jail if they wanted to. Couldn't
What? No. You can't go to jail for a loan for I don't think you can go to jail for debt like that. Somebody correct me or tell me. If you're poor, you have no assets, you can't give them money, and you don't matter. That's a quote from chat. That is not a me quote. I read that one. Yeah, because this is interesting. If they're gonna do it, it's like, I don't know. It's not the worst thing to spend our own money on to give it back to people who have gone and got an education. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely worse things to spend money on, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a political stunt. It's for all the wrong
Probably.
reasons.
We don't have debtor's prison. I think that's what I was meaning, but yeah, I don't think they can send you to jail for not paying something.
let's hope not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, they can. Child support. That's one.
Oh shit.
Most
Oh
certainly.
yeah.
You go to jail for
Mhm.
it very easily.
Which is the reason that I'm unable to pay my student loans, because obviously every freaking dollar that I make, I end up sending it out for child support. If you'd like to support me, there's a join button down below. You can actually support me in any way, shape, or form. That'd be great. I'd love it.
Yeah, Cool Frog needs 3 coffees. Damn.
One for the wife, one for the kid, one for himself.
Yeah. Yeah. He's passing out coffee. Before he can get to his coffee, he's going to need to give some other ones away. So send extra coffee. Well, we've been going for almost 2 hours. Is that long enough? What was your thought? Do you still feel like talking? Do you have anything in your browser you want to show us?
Well, I just kind of went and Googled student loan forgiveness to see if there was any articles that were out there that had anything to say about it. It looks like it's all leftist newspapers that are actually saying something. Nothing that's really coming out of
Rightists.
anything else.
I got distracted.
Not that I don't, because I usually read from both, and that's pretty much where I'm looking. Is I want something from both sides of the aisle to actually tell me what they think, so we can extrapolate from both of them, like I normally do, as opposed to just reading
read
one
one,
side
they're
and
gonna tell
assuming
you-
that they're always correct.
Well, they're gonna tell you where they got their information from, and we'll go there, and then they'll tell us where they got it from. We'll follow that to the source. That doesn't sound like a fun Friday night to y'all. We are not the same. I'm a source hunter. I was a source hunter in my last life.
I got distracted by the massive collection of vintage Nintendo Power magazine that Internet Archive has.
Uh-oh.
Which I so lovingly posted the link in chat for everyone to enjoy.
Wow. Let's see.
You will nerd out with me.
Trucker Johnson, if you went to jail for that not paying child support, it was probably because you're failing to comply with the court order, which is not paying child support.
This is a genius remark.
Mine.
Not for not paying debt. What? Someone screenshot that before he thinks about it and deletes
Did
it.
y'all just convulse at the same time as well?
I think that's the only one, but there might
Boomer
be
says
another
Sticks
one.
Hacks and Hammer 666 thinks it's a scam that will get overturned when challenged. Well, I mean, most likely. Most likely. Whenever anybody challenges anything, they have the tendency to actually just be like, nope, cut it off, hurry up, shut it down. We don't want that to happen. And then they actually go ahead and debate on it.
I guess technically you could get locked up for like evading payments on your student loans if you like try to work off the books or something and they find out about it. But then they could put you in jail for that. So technically that would be for not paying.
Like embezzlement?
No,
That's
like
not financial.
they're like, well, if you go and make money, you have to pay like a third of your money to your student loans. So instead of making money on the books, you go and you do some like cash in hand construction job or some shit, right? And you pay nothing on the books. They find out, put you in jail for trying to get around that shit. That's literally for not paying.
Yep. Jerry said, speaking of child support I don't pay, wife is at work, so I can do the stay-at-home dad thing, and I got to put the kids to bed. Later, folks. Take care, Jerry. Thanks for being an awesome
Later,
dad.
Jerry. Have a good one.
Chilling with us. Oh, Great Looker made it over to the YouTube side because Cool Frog probably
she does.
just abandoned Rumble.
No,
Like-
it's still up.
I'm just kidding. Well, just kidding.
Nobody said anything over there for a bit.
my ex-wife owes
Still
me
up.
many tens of thousands of dollars, but it seems as if deadbeat mothers don't get treated the same as deadbeat dads. That is a sad fact.
Yep.
So, i.e. child support is not the same as a loan or a credit card default, but, it's a loan. They borrowed it to me in good faith that I would actually pay it back. If I failed to pay it back, you think that they wouldn't actually come after you for non-payment? It's like not paying for your car. What happens when you don't pay for your car?
They take that bitch back.
They take it away from you.
Sure do.
So you're going to tell me that they're not going to take it away from me? They can't take it away from me. There's nothing they can take from me. So what are they going to do? The next best thing, throw me in jail.
Just write down everything you learned in school and give it back to them. Here you go. Here's all of it. I'll never think about it again.
Have you ever actually made use of your school to get work?
No. I've never been able to.
Jesus
I've
Christ.
never been in a proper location to actually do such a thing or whatever. And
That should
even
be like
though
the-
I finally was, because of the children, the children that I have. One's 25, one's 14, and one's 3. Lucky for me, the 3-year-old I don't actually pay child support for. Why? Because I'm a dad that stays in the household with them.
Damn, Boomer said my ex owes $25,000 in arrears. He just beats his mother and lives in her assisted living house. Son of a bitch. Sorry that's how that is for you. They can seize your bank accounts. Damn. Great Luger says, I don't want to
Another
repo the
reason not to have a
ex-wife
bank account.
or an ex-wife. But student loans are unsecured. What does that mean? Oh, like you don't have to put something up against them? Like that's why they die when you die?
I don't know.
Boomer, pretend like you talking to us right now and really dumb it down. No offense. Me, at least. Mm.
And say
I
it
don't know.
slowly,
Right.
please.
Yeah. A lot of... Could you type it in all caps?
Highlight the important parts.
No collateral. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'd prefer to.
I mean,
take
the
that.
collateral is that you'd actually go to school and you'd actually get an education in their indoctrination camp that they actually put you, that you decided to go to.
Plot twist. You the collateral.
Hostages. Got you by the balls.
I'm sure there are probably good teachers out there, and I think us on our side have been, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say the problem is magnified and it's not as bad as it is, because it's bad enough that it needs to be fixed, and I don't want people to be complacent in thinking that it's not so bad. But I do believe there are a lot of good teachers, and I do believe the harder they push, these kids are like, they're going to start asking questions sooner or later.
You see this? Ellie says if
If
you
you-
owe the government and don't pay them, they dip their hands in your bank accounts. Trust me on that. Which is why I don't have a bank account.
Dang.
Or the one bank account that I do have normally doesn't have so much money in it, and I usually end up spending it within a week or so or whatever, so that I don't actually have somebody come and say, hey, it looks like you have a big chunk of money in your bank account.
I'd like to have that.
I'll go ahead and take that now.
Hint, hint. If you would like to actually support me.
Night, Trucker John. It's been fun.
Later,
Cheers.
Chaka John. You have a good one, brother.
They'll hold your social credit rating hostage. That's one. Who was it that said, I read somewhere, maybe it was like reading someone's screen. I didn't actually read it. It was a headline. It said, was it BlackRock? BlackRock doesn't like the term ESG, I think is what it said.
They don't. They've actually tried to go away from DEI and ESG for the simple fact that it's actually causing people to actually think bad of those particular terms and of them.
I guess people have caught on to what it is, and then now they need a different name.
They're like, oh,
Just
we
like
need to
they do
actually
something.
change this. There's too many people that know what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like, look at the Pinkerton group, right? They've changed their name so many times over the years, and they're literally just a thug group for hire.
Well, like critical race theory in California, they just called it ethnic studies. Same thing, no one cares, passed on through. They'll start teaching it, I think, by 2026. I don't know. But they've gone through all of the revisions. It's all done. You know what they had to do at the end? Add in the Jews. Like, really? You did ethnic studies and decided not to add in the Jews? Oh, good God. But they fixed it before it came out for their final product.
Trucker John, they take the money out of his tax returns for several years to pay off his student loans. Yeah, what do you think happens when you don't actually have a job for them to actually do that?
Here is a solution. Let people use the 401k to pay a chunk off as a settlement without tax penalty. 401k, isn't that like the government's? Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
It's your like holding retirement plan thing. You can't take out money for like a certain period of time.
Yeah.
They like match you on it or something, or you get like good returns.
Don't touch the
This-
401.
here,
Ah, oh my
I
God.
got something here. This is from Navient, which is
Ellie-
actually here. Let me real quick here. It's super warm in this room, so there you go. Look, see that Navient, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got my name on it.
Oh.
If you don't make payments in your federal student loan defaults and guarantor may take one or more of the following actions: wage garnishment, up to 15% of your disposable. Federal or state income taxes can be withheld, called Treasury offset, or litigation referral. If the above two things didn't happen, your loans may be reviewed for other legal actions against you.
Oh,
You gonna tell me what I don't already know that's sitting right in front of me? Tell me.
I'll be right back. I gotta confer with my attorney.
he's feeding his cat. Don't.
That's something. Disposable income, what's that? Yeah, exactly. Who has one of those?
Ellie says, don't mess with your 401k. They tax you close to 50% on early withdrawal. Bernie Mac has arrived. Welcome to the party. It just got started.
What's up, Bernie?
Disposable income is the type you put in the trash. You just throw it away.
Well, I don't have any of that. That being said, there's a join button. You can donate as much as you'd like.
Yes, when it goes to court, they dip into accounts and the tax returns.
And if you don't have any of those for them to actually go after, then what? You know, the fun one is if you actually, owe child support, arrearages, back child support, guess what? That gets paid first. So before the student loans can actually take a penny, the state will go after it and actually take your offset, whatever, first and pay off the student loan, as opposed to paying off, or the pay off the child support as opposed to paying off the student loan. And that's something.
Boomer says, if you qualify for food stamps, loans are not foreclosed. What does this mean? It just got started. It says you've been streaming for 2 hours already. Yeah, Pastor, but the fun just got started because you're here now. You and Bernie Mac have kick-started the party. Oh, they could put a lien on your property? Oh, so you can't... Well, I guess if you don't have a job, you're not buying property, so... Whew, that was close. They almost took your property, too.
Oh, I live in an apartment. Go ahead, take something from me. I own 0 cars, 0 vehicles, 0 boats, 0 jewelry. I have absolutely nothing that's under my own name.
0 jewelry.
Yeah, the courts like to actually ask if you have any, assets.
Oh, they do?
Jewelry and stuff.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Man.
You're on government assistance, it stops the foreclosure or assets. So I should go and apply for government assistance. Good to know.
No, is that it? No, don't do it. If you want government assistance, take the $20K for your student loan and then be done with everything. Fresh start.
It's not going to pay it off.
Oh, damn.
So I'm saying.
What the shit? Listen, my kid just got out of college and she needed scholarships, but she's got less than $5,000 and she has her bachelor's. So maybe she just figured out how to make it work, or she got great
Lying
scholarships.
about assets is a felony. That's why I do not have a driver's license and I do not own any vehicles, boats, or houses. I live in an apartment.
The government always gets
Paid for
paid.
by my
Always. When you owe the state, they make sure they get paid. At least you live in a state without state taxes, right? Is that giving away too much of your information? Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
There's no state income tax.
Oh.
Federally, there's still, but there's no
still tax
state
on
income
things.
tax. Yes, everything else is like I was from Minnesota. This is like shoes, clothes, and grocery were tax-free in Minnesota. Here, there's a tax on all of that.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
4-year degree is 150. Women get scholarships and white men do not. I paid all my child support, but they pay the student loans. I don't want to pay it. I love living in a state with no state income tax. You have no driver's license? How do you buy stuff that require... You don't have a driver's license? Did you just say that?
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know that. Damn, you really on the run.
Seriously, the thing is I have a 25-year-old son
Mm-hmm.
who I was paying child support. The state of Minnesota, is ridiculous as it is, they would go to the point that if you didn't pay your child support, they would take your driver's license from you.
Oh, good Lord. So you can't... Oh, wow. That seems like it's defeating a lot of purposes. How the fuck are you going to work to pay your support if you can't get to a job?
Exactly. They set you up to fail as much as they possibly can.
Oh, so you have an ID without a driver's license. Chat saying there are state IDs
I have a
that aren't
state ID.
driver's licenses. Okay, got it. I don't know. Well, we got oddly personal with you tonight. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'm good.
Okay. Maryland does that and they give weekend jail.
Sure. Yeah.
I have a question. If they said, listen, you don't have to pay your child support. No, like let's just say you're in court getting your child support ruling. They're like, okay, it's going to be $500 a week or nothing a week, but you have to spend every Saturday in jail. Would you go spend every Saturday in jail to get out of paying, not get out of, but at it as, give up your time? Or would you rather pay money?
I'd rather just pay it.
Yeah. It's interesting how time is like that. Even though, I mean, yeah. Yes, true. They threatened to take your CDL if you were behind on child support.
Mm-hmm.
That's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Any way they can set you up to fail, they're gonna do it.
Bernie says, they won't do it, but I may take the jail option. LOL. Moosey, you sound far away again. There you go.
They'll have you making license plates for like 35 cents an hour.
Mm-hmm. And if Kamala is your attorney general, was that what she was? No, she wasn't. If Kamala is your, what the hell was she? In California. Either way, she kept those prisoners in jail so that they could fight forest fires for her instead of letting them out. I'd rather make a license plate than fight a fire. I'm not a fireman. I'm a criminal.
Yeah, shift of the wind and you burn to death.
Yeah, fuck that. She was the, I forget what it's called. Some kind of top lawyer in our state.
District attorney?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But she, yeah, I don't know. My ex was
27th District Attorney of San Francisco in office from 2004 to 2011. 32nd Attorney General for California from 2011 2017.
That's it.
United States Senator from 2017 to 2021, and then assumed.
It was AG that I was thinking. Ellie, you're right, Ellie. You knew what I meant.
Yeah, we all know what you meant.
Yeah,
when
she's
you actually go back and you look at her nice lineage of who she worked for and where she actually came from.
Mm-hmm.
District Attorney General.
With Kamala, you say who she came under. Get it right, dude. No, too soon for a Kamala sex joke. All right, I thought we were a couple years into that, but all right, my bad. I didn't read the room.
There you go, Bernie Mac. Camel toe rode Willie to get to the top.
That's what I was saying, Bernie. He's on my level.
You hear her talking about what was one thing she was doing? She's trying to put people in jail for not sending their kids to public school, trying to homeschool instead.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
She was like bragging about trying to send, or maybe even successfully sending people to jail over this.
Damn, that's sad.
Cackling, laughing about it.
I don't get it. I don't understand why they picked her. I mean, I guess I do. They needed their diversity hire or whatever, but you would think, I don't know. Wasn't there another one that was up there with her? A woman?
Wasn't it a white woman?
Is that the problem?
It's definitely a woman. I can't remember who it was though.
I mean, we could have had Elizabeth Warren. Could be worse.
Bernie Mac says, yes, she laughed about sending parents to jail. Of course she did.
Sucks. It is hard to hear you, Moose. Yes, she laughed. Yeah, hard to hear. Good old heels up hers. Yeah.
I'm just mumbling.
I think I might have something here for. Got a couple of gaffes from her.
What's the other thing we know about this population? And it's a specific phase of life. Remember, age is more than a chronological fact. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid.
Age is more than a chronological fact.
What else do we know about these ages between 18 and 24? They are stupid.
Spoken like a true genius.
They are, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bernie said,
if I wasn't so stupid, I would have actually probably not went to college and just went and worked.
Ellie said, oh my god, I just lost some IQ by listening to her. When I first started listening to Frog last year, gosh, it's been over a year now, but he would play Kamala and I'd be like, no, just read the transcript. Please don't play. And after a while, that was my little joke. And he'd go, Divinity, I'm sorry, but I have to play this really quick. And I always knew it was going to be Kamala.
She's got like that cackle to her voice that like pierces your heart.
Yeah. If you could die of cringe, that'd be the perfect time for it to happen. But you can't. You can't. Kamala Toe became Blatz for the day. These are facts.
Well, she gets
I gotta find some more gaffes for this lady. I really do.
She gets the India vote too. That's pretty important, even though most Americans don't realize that.
That she's in Jamaican? Yes. Most of them don't.
She said, or Bernie said, she hired children actors to talk about space. Because it ain't real, dude. The world's flat, and everybody knows that. I followed her. I picked up everything she just now put down. And I think I might have just became the vice president. I don't know.
Get off your knees. You don't need to be the vice president.
No, get back on your knees, bitch.
Glug, 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 glug.
I'm confused by listening. I was actually trying to follow her to see if it made sense. And halfway through, I got confused and started following her arm to see if she was on a green screen. And then I got back to what she was saying, but I'm pretty sure she made sense.
I remember doing that. There was one night that myself and America Shirts actually held a show where we actually did talk about Kamala Harris and her long line of slave owners that she came from or whatever. Her great-grandfather owned plenty of slaves in Jamaica. I believe it was the night that we were actually talking about Ketanji Brown Jackson actually being potentially selected to be part of SCOTUS, because we were actually putting the several different black women up on the screen that had the potentiality of actually picking up that seat. And she just so happened to be one of them.
Oh,
Because we knew exactly who was going to actually be selected.
that's
Because
funny.
that's exactly where he was going to go with it.
That was before. That's really funny.
Mhm.
What did they say before that made me? Oh, how do her family owned slaves
Mhm.
for a fact, or is that like the
For a
Obama,
fact.
like the
For a
birther
fact.
thing? Damn. But it was a long time ago when everyone there owned slaves in Jamaica or some shit.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's okay to come from lineage of slave owners as long as you're not white.
It definitely. Well, no, I think it doesn't matter anyways. But yeah, I hear what you just said. You're working on your ESG, but they're gonna change the name, boy. Gonna have to start from zero anyway. So who fucking cares? What is a woman? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
-5.
-5? What'd you say?
Improper definition of a woman. -5.
Oh. A woman is a birthing person with a bonus hole, or 3.
Bonus points for the bonus hole.
Yeah, bonus points always for the bonus hole. And now I got my 5 points back. No, reparations, they're not calling it that. They're going to call it child support forgiveness. Okay, it's too soon for that one, maybe. Roseanne did the best "what is a woman" comment. Is that when she just got canceled or before this?
I don't know.
I don't either. Should you look it up? Google in Roseanne, "what is a woman" comment. I feel like you can find it. Google it live so we can see your search history, please. Could you share your screen? Come on.
Who? Frog? Yeah.
Yeah, anyone. I don't. You do it, Moose. Yeah, you. Everyone. Everyone share their screens.
Roseanne Barr shares tongue-in-cheek definition of a woman after being branded transphobic. That's what a woman is.
What'd she say? What is it?
Roseanne Barr quipped that her 5 children are ungrateful little bastards when asked to find a woman.
I fucking love Roseanne. I watched that Theo Vaughn interview, and a few days later, they're like, she's canceled. I'm like, for what? Like the Theo shit? I'm like, really? I didn't know. Yeah, that's how I feel about this, Roseanne.
Roseanne Barr quipped that her 5 children are ungrateful little bastards when asked to find a woman. The staunch feminist, who's canceled in 2018 for racism, was recently labeled a Holocaust anti-Semite for sarcastically claiming that nobody died in the Holocaust. Was asked to describe a woman and went on to list all she has had to sacrifice for her brood that makes her a woman. The 70-year-old comedian, wow, 70, really?
She looks good, right?
Who has Jessica, 48, Jennifer, 47, Jake, 45, ex-husband Bill, and is the mother of Brandy Brown, 52, and 28, Buck Thomas, who was asked, what is a woman, on Pierce
Her kid's
Morgan
name is
Uncensored.
Buck? God, that was the dog's name in Married with Children. Why would she do that? Sorry.
It's all right. To which she replied, a woman is me. A woman is somebody whose breasts hanging down to their stomach and who has prolapsed uterus from giving birth to 5 ungrateful little bastards who have never had to work for a thing in their goddamn lives. That's what a woman is.
Absolutely, Roseanne. Oh, that's fucking funny. Anti-Semite, and she's Jewish, I know. And you know what's sad is her favorite movie is Planet of the Apes, and she can't even talk about it anymore. She's like, she went to say it during one interview. She's like, I shouldn't say this. Like, that would say it. They are gonna take it wrong. Valerie Jarrett is watching.
Well, she's at a nice point in her life right now where, like, the only way to go is up. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. 2 middle fingers up.
yeah, just lean into
I love
it.
her.
Oh my God, it still goes on. It continues. Barr being asked to define a woman comes after she is called transphobic in the past. In her 2001 book, Roseanarchy Dispatches of the Nut Farm, she wrote then the transgender verses of Butch Dyke were started to see two of those folks fighting about being female was quite an eye-opener for me. You haven't lived until you have a huge guy with boobs talking about female hormones and deciding to keep his penis, and how that is a feminist issue.
We haven't lived until you've seen a huge guy with boobs talking about female hormones and deciding to keep his penis, and how that was a feminist issue.
It's so good. Let's see. Former Rosa received criticism for sexual favors, returned for the career advancement, insisted that she was speaking of all women when she's being targeted by haters. Clarifying her comments, Roseanne Barr said, "I didn't say all women. I just said there's a difference between what some of them are saying in reality. I think people who have the ability to think rationally know what I meant, but also they just take everything so out of context that anything I say, I'm targeted and they're on my ass."
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
then when
Pastors in chat, he said she was being completely sarcastic when she said that no one died in the Holocaust, and the mainstream media clipped it and lied their asses off about it.
Speaking to TMZ in 2019, Roseanne Barr says, "I think there's a lot of women that shouldn't be going on their boss's hotel room at 3 a.m. for career advice. And if your daughters don't know that much, you better educate them. That's not what you do."
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she
Like,
doesn't lie.
Weinstein comments.
Yeah. That's the problem. I've always thought that was the problem with Me Too. It's like you literally enabled these people to do it over and over and over again for further your career, and you're going to come out as the fucking hero today? I'm sorry that happened to you. You should have fucking said something and not let it happen to other people. That's the harder part. Well,
They come
that's part
out
of it.
after they make their career that way, and then after their career starts to go downhill, it's like a Hail Mary for them.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people. That was the whole point of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could have said it when it was happening.
Yeah. And then it stops with you, or it may not stop with you, but at least, I don't know.
That's why, like,
It starts becoming a record. It's easier down the road.
That's why with Eliza Blue, it was like, she didn't do anything about her captors, right? So it was like hard to take her seriously.
On the part where she had a drug dealer that sold her.
Yeah.
And then she OD'd. I mean, but yeah.
Because those people are still out there doing the same
and
thing.
she says she knows his name, so I'm not going to make an excuse for she just left it alone because she says she knows his name. So it's like, then give it up. Fuck. There's no excuse for protecting people. But she's like, my job isn't to fight crime. My job is to save women. Look at me over here saving women. So it's a tough one, right?
I mean, she could, like, save women, like, theoretically, right? Or she could probably save, like, 5, 10, 15 women, real women, like, directly by just putting that one dude away.
Yeah, actually, I want to say she doesn't know where the first guy that trafficked her was when she was 17. But I think she thought he died of an OD or that he was gone. And the next person who did the grooming and shit when she was older, that person, I think she gave the name to that reporter, but not to anyone who mattered, like the police the police. But you know what? If you think about it, I don't know what it's like in New York, but if you call your car in stolen in Los Angeles, the cops are going to be like, all right, bye. They're not going to go look for it. If they see it, that's a different matter. So I wonder if you go to the police and you're like, hey, this guy sold me. Well, and she just OD'd. She's probably not looking so great. Are they going to be like, okay, what's his name? Jeff and he lives on 32nd Street and we're going to go take care of it. You think they probably send a guy, Jeff's not home. All right, bye. You know,
Right,
like, I don't know.
if you do that and the cops don't do anything, then you shout the name out, right? You bring public attention. And it seems like instead of like doing that, she's more interested in like getting public attention on her instead of like that's more important than the actual like getting rid of these people.
Well,
me.
she's not doing so. That's not how. Yes, you're right. There are women who could be safe that way, and her not saying something is an issue. But she is saying there are women who have been taken out of that situation and are being saved because, you know, because they're in more of like what she was talking about, where she was in her 20s and being perfectly willing victim of a groomer and sex trafficking. And it's a category that people don't understand, that they're not comfortable talking about, that we just don't talk about. And that's why it's,
Well,
she got shit on like,
I'm not saying she might not have done like good work for all that. It's just that
Yeah.
her original story doesn't make sense, like the way that she didn't just go after those people and still hasn't.
yeah.
You know it's inconsistent for me, but like I'm not saying that she hasn't done good work for the cause or whatever.
Yeah, the way she explains that away is that it's dangerous. It's dangerous for her, and I don't know but I don't know. I'm kind of far away from that. I'm scared to look at chat because whenever I talk about Eliza Blue, people are like, "This fucking bitch." Listen, I'm not trying. I just want everyone to have a voice, even if it's an unpopular voice. And I find myself defending really fucking shitty people a lot, and it's weird.
Well, you don't have to defend somebody to be skeptical, right?
Yeah, no, but I did end up defending Eliza Blue through a lot of that. I feel like a lot of people got that wrong. And that's why I had such a problem with Megan Fox, because I emailed her and I showed her evidence after evidence and story after story and proof after proof till she could stop fucking saying the things that she was saying. And she was like, my friends aren't saying. She actually didn't say anything because she doesn't fucking care, and she's clearly a hack as well, in my opinion. But it was really frustrating that that's how independent journalism was. Like some rando like me could, find these things out, and these professionals weren't willing to research. It's strange.
No, she's like a hack journalist objectively. Like she refused to like look into something when people were telling her like, look, you have this wrong. Like literally handing her links and shit. And she just looked the other way, completely refused to look into it. So that's objectively a garbage journalist. Megan Fox.
Not the thumbs or whatever. And not Megan Fox, who we actually don't know anything about. Frog, save us. Pull us out of the gay frog water.
Ellie Fonten says now the DOJ is ignoring trafficking. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We actually covered this like 2 days ago. Myself and America Shirts were actually talking about this. Their ignorance of erasing their own website. Erasing their own website. There you go. DOJ erases child sex trafficking information from website. The Department of Justice quietly removed significant portions of the page on child sex trafficking, including information international sex trafficking of minors, domestic trafficking of minors, and child victims of prostitution. While it is unclear what prompted the revision, conservatives pointed to the change of the sign of the Biden administration is not taking crimes surrounding child exploitation seriously. This is the same exact article that I read the other day.
What was their
I didn't see it. Yeah, what are they saying?
reason for doing this?
For some reason, people on the left get really uncomfortable and defensive talking about child sexual exploitation. The Heritage Foundation Vice President Domestic Policy, Roger Severino, who called the move typical of Democratic administrations, Republican administrations direct more resources to child and human sex trafficking, and then Democrat administrations pull that back. Severino, who also served as the Trump administration and the DOJ during the transition from the Bush to Obama administrations, continued, they treated us almost as a distraction from some things they considered to be more important. It's not important to them. They don't care. There's so many more things that are more important, like paying off student loans, as opposed to worrying about the sex trafficking of humans around the planet. They don't care. They don't care.
Disgusting.
When they actually go to the point of actually eliminating those 3 sections from their own freaking website, from Department of Justice website, to actually just eliminate it. Say, we don't want people looking at this stuff. We don't want people seeing it. Remove it. Stop talking about it. And the reason that it was actually brought up or whatever, the reason that they actually did what they had done is because it actually went against the movie that was just produced, Sounds of Freedom.
Really?
Yep.
When did they take it off? Just now when
This is
It said the 15th or 12th of May, I think it was. Scroll down. They were going to get
this
it.
is July 12th, 2022 is where the article was written.
But they said they took it department after May
Section
12th.
scrubbed from the department after May 12th is one of the domestic trafficking, which said pimps and traffickers sexually exploit children through street prostitution in adult nightclubs, illegal brothels, sex parties, motel rooms, hotel rooms, and other locations throughout the United States. Another section scrubbed.
This clearly had to go through several layers of review.
Wow. Look, that's exactly what I was talking about. Pimps, which are dudes selling adults in nightclubs and sex parties and motel rooms. People will be like, that's a hooker. They're like, well, yeah, because she wants to do it because she wants money. But pimps take their money and have talked them into this lifestyle. And if you don't think grooming is a thing, Google it.
New York Times investigation up there.
Mhm.
There was a link to a source.
Many of these progressive prosecutors say it's a victim of this crime, so-called quality of life crimes, policies that the Biden administration are pushing from the criminal justice perspective under the guise of supposedly reforming the criminal justice system are actually creating the conditions again for all kinds of human suffering, including human trafficking. Dun, dun, dun.
Victimless crime.
It's a victimless crime. It's a victimless crime.
Oh,
Wrong.
Wrong. Oh shit, my Trump is
Wrong.
wrong. Elifant said, in grad school, I had to go to a conference on trafficking. The stories I heard, I will never forget. That sucks. Pastor Rapture said, I want to support that movie. No desire to see it, as I already have a good idea of what is going on in the world, as far as the billion-dollar industry of human trafficking.
You should support a movie without watching it.
Yeah, you can. There are ways to like go somewhere and pay for tickets that other people can go watch it.
Correct.
I don't know how.
There was a website that we actually shared the other day. I don't remember which one it actually.
Are you allowed to stream it?
No, there was a website. We actually did it. I think we did a Rumble exclusive on it because then we actually played the clips that were available from the movie, and then we actually spoke of the website that was available that would allow you to actually purchase tickets for other people to actually be able to see such a thing that couldn't afford so. So
why would they
support it? There's a way to support it.
Why wouldn't they put this thing out for free if they're just trying to spread the message?
Probably because they had to pay some bills.
It's
I mean, not.
I get your point, Moose. Because I mean, yeah,
They had to film it. They had to pay the actors to do it. You know, capitalism.
I mean, they could have gotten enough funding from the donors to do something around this.
Yeah, but didn't they have to spring this movie out of the clinks?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
They shelved
it was
this movie and they had to
originally produced by or supposed to be produced by Disney, and Disney had it on the back burner for the last few years.
They had to be bought out.
This Angel Incorporated or whatever to actually come through and actually pick it up and actually go ahead and distribute it
distribute
No.
it, right? It was already made. They made the movie, is what I heard. They made
Yeah.
it and shelved it, like how they bought the Stormy Daniels story and just put it in the trash. She's like, "Wait, tell my story." She's like, we just bought it. It's ours now. You don't own it." Same. So they bought the movie and then didn't show it. So these people had to buy the movie out of Disney's vault.
Right.
That's what that's what I understood the money was. I don't think they're trying to make money, but you know, nothing is free. This is capitalism. You got to play the game.
Not when you're trying to like fight child trafficking. Like that should be
They
like.
had to pay to get the movie out to put the word out. They
Right,
had,
I'm curious how much that actually cost them. Like, because
yeah, but
this-
maybe people
charging-
want to put their money somewhere, and now they can fund the next movie to do the next thing. You know, so maybe, I mean,
I'm really cynical when it comes to these. Like,
I hear you.
it's just so much money like that. Like, think about how much money they're pulling in with the current model.
Pastor said it took $14 million to make it, and Boomhar said they had to pay for production costs. It was owned by Disney via Fox, and Elephant said Angel distributes Tuttle Twins.
Sure does.
What does that mean?
Tuttle Twins? You know what Tuttle Twins is?
Mm-mm. The two guys, the two black guys?
No.
They're not black.
No. They have a whole series, TuttleTwins.com, of different styles of books. I do have the whole set of Tuttle Twins stuff. You know, they got little books for, you know, to actually teach your children
Aww.
things like the Bill of Rights, look at the ABCs of Liberty, the ABCs of the American Revolution, to teach you some of the stuff that you know that you should be teaching your kids that nobody actually does. Teach their kids any longer. But yes, there's quite a set of books that they actually have. Yes.
Elephant says I use Tuttle Twins for homeschool.
How much is this movie to watch?
I don't know. Fox Studios had it. Disney bought Fox and stopped the movie from being released. Ah, there it is. That makes sense. Jerry said, kids are sleeping. My daughter was scared someone was going to break into her room and take her, so I let her sleep in our bed. She's in Safety Town, and cops told her about stranger danger today. Aw. It's good to know. You do have to know, but it sucks because that means little kids start looking at people like they could hurt them instead of how much they love them, which is generally their default.
Right.
But they will hurt you, so.
That's the one thing I'm not looking forward to with like Tadpole or whatever, because he runs around and he calls everybody that he sees his friend. He's like, oh, look, friends.
Yeah.
You go to the park, oh, there's friends. You go to, you know, we're walking around. He's, you know, we say hi to people or whatever, and he's like, I like friends. You know, he just seriously, you know, everybody, he really seriously, you know, appreciates every single person and loves them, you know, unconditionally. It's amazing. I don't want to ruin that. I really don't. But I know that one day I'm going to have to actually explain to him about, you know, not going over by strangers or whatever, and you got to stick it on.
People will touch your privacies. That was always like such a weird conversation to have, but you have to have that with your kids so young. I encourage anyone, if they, I mean, don't talk to other people's kids about it, but definitely talk to your kids, your grandkids, your nieces and nephews, because some parents think it's weird and they don't want to have the talk. That happened to someone I know, and their kids were jeopardized, and she just wishes that she would have fucking said something. And it's like, yeah, that would have been dope, because I've been saying this since I could say it, because you have to tell your kids, like, even your teachers, even like mommy and daddy, we're not allowed to just touch your privacies. These are yours. They're not a bad thing. They're just yours. You know, it's just, it's never too young to like kind of let them know once they can understand words and what that is, which is sad, but it's true.
Yeah, Boomer's got a point. Most kids are abused by the ones that they trust the most, as opposed to a stranger.
That's true. But if you can like if you do have a good home and you are keeping pretty good tabs on them, but they have to go to daycare or church camp, which is a really bad one, it's usually another trusted adult there that's gonna, you know, do it. Then a stranger in a bathroom, or in a park bathroom, like that happens, but it's so rare.
Some of the shit I've heard lately about daycare is crazy. Again, like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for daycare workers.
Which is another reason that my child does not go to a daycare. Just no.
Yeah. We did a body safety class. I'm not sure what that is. Great Looker said, my oldest son was like that. Quote, that's not a stranger. It's just a friend I haven't met yet. Yeah. It's cute. Are you getting sleepy?
No, I seriously just come across something that is just
Disturbing.
very, very disturbing here. As opposed to actually doing this, because it is just going to upset me even more to have to actually look at it again.
Okay. I said, what's a body safety class? She said a class teaching about body safety. But like, are we talking about self-defense or are we talking about like sexual safety? Jerry Lass said, my kid was like that. I'm teaching her every day about what to look out for. She doesn't spend time with people we haven't vetted. Mine have never been in daycare. Yeah, good. Kicker is he's an illegal. What was? Look at that coach from Tennessee. He was a trusted coach, useful that drugged and abused hundreds of kids.
Hundreds of
Oh,
kids,
that's the guy,
yes.
the Olympic guy?
No, this is a coach out of the state of Tennessee that actually was an illegal migrant and had actually been a coach for some sports team. Don't look into it. I already looked into it. I already read the article 2 days ago.
Too late, Boomer. You can't save him now. Now ruin us, Frog.
I already read that article like 2 days ago about this guy from Tennessee that actually went ahead, and he had been molesting children for somewhere about 20 years.
Oh my God.
Drugging and molesting them.
Drugging them? On what? How do you drug someone's kids and not get caught? You know what I'm saying?
Last
What
couple
age
days,
were they?
yes.
Were they like teenagers, like a high school, middle school? Do you know? Moosey, are you talking? I see you're kind of lighting up.
No.
Okay.
Yes, Ben Frill, the soccer coach.
When people trust somebody enough, I mean, like, people let their kids sleep over at Michael Jackson's house. You know.
I mean, he just... Never mind, not going to defend Michael Jackson.
Jerry Lass, did you see why Larry Nasser actually got stabbed? It's because he was actually trying to convince the other people that were in the room with him in the jail to actually turn on women's sports so that he could watch the girls.
And they stabbed him?
Got stabbed 10 times. Yep.
What state is he in?
Not positive. I don't remember. I just there's certain things that you remember from these articles when you read them, and there's certain things you just kind of there's just so much that I've gone through in the last week.
Young elementary aged, Boomer said he left a phone unlocked. He was taking photos of this.
Yep,
Wow.
He was taking video and photo of it. Left it out. Somebody picked it up because they thought somebody lost it. And when he actually picked it up to actually go through it, they actually seen all the stuff that was in it and turned it in.
Damn, thank God. What the fuck?
So here's the disturbing. Here's the disturbing that I was just looking at.
Teen mom
arrested after allegedly putting fatal dose of fentanyl in a baby's bottle in Florida so she would nap.
Whoa.
What mother would do that? That's not normal. That is sick.
What the? That's the
Teen
ball?
mom. Right? It's so gross.
9-month-old.
When you're retarded.
Too bad it didn't kill her first.
Right? Teen mom.
17 years
just a
old.
teen.
Holy
What?
shit.
This is a 17-year-old mother. Teen mom arrested for allegedly killing her 9-month-old son, Elijah, by putting fentanyl in the baby bottle. Authorities detected a concentration of the drug in the system high enough to cause an overdose death for 10 people. The 7-year-old mother, a resident of Nassau County, claimed she mistook the fentanyl for cocaine. Which
Yeah, she's like,
she
I thought
had
I was
planned
giving
on
the baby
using to put
cocaine.
Elijah to sleep that day.
Oh my God, that works.
Giving him some other illegal drug. According to the Nassau
Doesn't
County
she know
Sheriff,
what
Bill Leopard.
melatonin is?
Yeah,
Damn.
right.
Save some money. Fuck.
I couldn't imagine. I just went down the street to go grab some stuff to put my child to sleep. Mm-hmm.
Boomer said it doesn't even put a kid to sleep. She's fucking retarded.
She wanted it to sleep, not to let it sleep.
Jerry said, hold on, I gotta read it. The other prisoners know women suck at sports. He should have expected a beatdown. Comment of the night. It had nothing to do with it being Nasser and his perversion. It was just women's sports deserve 10 stabs. Yeah, warm milk, right? That'll release that tryptophan in the damn milk to put a baby to sleep. Well, a baby at 9 months old doesn't get milk yet, so maybe that was the problem.
29 nanograms of fentanyl per milliliter of blood. Holy.
I don't know how much that is, but I can't believe she damn
It's
gave her
more
baby
than
drugs.
enough. Like they said, it was enough to actually take care of 10 adults.
God damn.
Doesn't alcohol work? Can you give your baby like? Isn't that what our grandparents did, or great grandparents, or something?
You rub whiskey on the gums.
Yeah, then they sleep.
I learned that from
She
family.
eventually admitted that she put the drugs in the bottle and subsequently charged with manslaughter.
Good. What a
No, it's not enough. She killed it.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Murder.
Murder, yeah. Murder 2. Murder 3.
Oh, okay. Damn, you guys just got technical on me. What is the difference between manslaughter and those? Is that like the sentence?
I think she intended to kill it. Personally, I think she did it. She didn't want to deal with the baby. She's 17 years old. She doesn't want to deal with the baby. So she figured she would accidentally drug it with quote unquote. I thought it was
9 months he was
cocaine.
probably teething, for sure.
She said, "I thought it was cocaine." Like, get out of here.
That is such a crazy excuse.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. She was trying to kill it.
Go Hagen says, form up some gin. What's up, Go Hagen? Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Mike. Murder is 25. Manslaughter is 5. Why? I wonder why they would only charge her with that then.
It's Florida.
That makes sense.
Maybe it has something to do with that.
Oh, she was standing her ground. This is not a time to joke. God damn it.
Just really the best feeling just to meet your first kid for the first time and hold them. I just wish I would have actually got to be able to get to know him and raise him. What? The father. The father didn't even get to know him or raise him.
You think maybe the cocaine was...
The father said that? Oh.
Right here, according to Elijah's father, also 17, was not in the picture, but said that he was shocked to hear that the mother of his child had done. Is just really the best feeling, just to meet your first kid for the first time and hold them. It really is. I just wish I would have actually got to be able to get to know him and raise him.
Yikes.
You weren't in the picture anyway. I would assume that she wasn't going to allow you to try even raising the child anyway.
Damn. That's a bummer.
Oh no!
Ben said
she's
what?
booked into jail. The mother allegedly told deputies that she thought she was pregnant again.
No. Who is banging this chick?
I'm telling you, she wanted to get rid of it. Fresh start.
Wow.
Well, look, she got it. 5 years in jail, 2.5 of good behavior. Fresh start. She'll probably let her. They'll probably let her out in a year because she's got a new kid on the way.
Ben said
They should take
cocaine
that
drops.
child from her. I'm sorry, but give it to the dad.
Yeah.
She fucked up once. Nope, she should not have custody of that child.
Yeah, like felons don't get to vote. I feel like baby murderers shouldn't get to be moms anymore.
No. Definitely not.
Whiskey on the gums. Murder is intent. Manslaughter is not. Oh, that's the difference. Let me scroll back up. They charged Casey Anthony with murder, and she got off because it was manslaughter. Maybe she has diagnosed ADHD 6 months before I was diagnosed. Bedtime is different every day depending on where she's at. Trying without medication with her. I went on Adderall 3 weeks ago for mine. She had diagnosed ADHD. Oof.
Good luck.
Good luck and be careful with that Adderall, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Sip, sip, zoom, zoom.
Just got a little bit of like a methamphetamine in it all to take away the highs and lows that the Ritalin would give you. So
Is it so? It's very addictive.
yes, very, very much so.
Damn. Careful, Jerry.
My oldest child's mother actually was on the Adderall stuff or whatever, and she needed to actually take one to even wake up.
It's like mild meth.
Like
Not-
she would bring a cup of water and she'd set the pill down on her end table, so that when she woke up in the morning or whatever, she'd be able to pop it so that she could get up a half hour later.
Oh, damn. She just went back
actually
to
get active.
sleep.
Yeah.
So that's for
Yep.
real with her.
Yes, that's very, very addictive.
Yeah, I had a friend that got hardcore addicted to them. If he didn't have them, all he would be able to sleep until he did get them. Was all he would be able to do is sleep until he got them. Literally, just come on the couch, like, come on, dude, trying to pull him off, like, you can't fucking do anything. No. Like, literally, like he was doped out because he was withdrawing from stimulants, uppers.
Here's a question. Mike said, when a gangbanger kills another gangbanger, there should be no charge. What if they registered and they're like, listen, we're in the gangs, so if we shoot each other, we don't want to go to jail. We
Duels need to be legal. Duels need to be a thing again. That's
yeah.
I support that 100%.
But just not drive-by duels where like other people are in danger. Yeah, make a little area where they can have pretend drive-by or whatever.
That's the only problem. It's literally just the bystanders. It's
Seriously, Gohagen's like, honestly, her decision, I don't give a fuck. Like when gangbanger kills another or whatever, it's like his stuff is always more than just one. Just being honest, we have all these nice ways to reduce the population. I seriously, I don't care if she was trying to be the mother and she wasn't doing that. She actually went ahead and she unalived this child inadvertently, thinking that she was giving it another illegal drug of cocaine. She's
Allegedly.
wrong, and yes, she needs to be charged.
Yeah. Purge night for gangbangers, though. Yeah, I'm with that.
Have at it.
She could have given the baby to the dad or adopted the baby on. I think that's why she's getting manslaughter because there's probably so many options. She's like, yeah, I would have done all that. I just wanted her to sleep. I didn't want to give her away or kill her. She just owes me $10 for the cocaine. Turns out it's fentanyl. I don't know the street prices. You're on it if you could look that up. But my bad, Ski. I feel like that's what she's going to say in court. Something similar to that.
Yeah.
It came from her, but mothers don't get to kill their babies after they come out of their vagina, it turns out. And I would argue a long time before that. They should be stopped with the allowance. LOL and also
There's so many that think it's okay that they should be able to actually do such a thing up to like the age of 3 or something. Like, oh, it's
3?
okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know somebody who was like, as they aged, I feel like the age is changing, but they're like, yeah, up to 35. Like, your mama should be able to take you out whenever. Like, people would be way nicer to their moms. That's what it meant to be an outlaw back in the day. It meant you were outside of the protection of the law and could be assaulted, killed, robbed without legal repercussions.
I know people that were smarter when they were teenagers.
How much do you believe in freedom, brother?
I'm gonna take the
But
first or the
Oh,
last
he
set
said
of
no,
words.
it's wrong, but it's on them. Yeah, totally.
I just made tonight just the Friday open mic as opposed to being also game night, because obviously we're not going to play any games.
Wait. Moose, you got the hat on and everything. You got all dressed up.
No.
Jerry said that Adderall.
25 likes. Thank you all so very much. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. That's awesome. It's been a good night.
Yeah, it's been fun. Are you ready to call it?
Only if you both want to.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, you guys good?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you also very, very much for being here tonight. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Share this out to all those places that you like to share things. Do all those YouTube like things. If you haven't done so already, hit that description line. Both Divinity and Moose are in that description line. Go ahead and subscribe to them as well. Check them out. You might be greatly surprised what you can actually find. Now, Divinity, you can see that Divinity 143 on Rumble. That's might be something that you might want to actually check out. She actually does do stuff with Nova. She's been doing something almost on a regular basis with them over there.
Yeah, we went live 3 times this week. It was a lot of fun.
There you go. There you go. I was going to give you the. You want anything?
No,
else
that's
you'd
good.
like
That's all.
to-
I just wanted to add that so that they could hear
Moose,
it.
anything else you'd like to share before we go away?
I'll probably do a stream sometime next coming week.
Ooh,
Probably on Burning Man. Wanted to get back into that.
nice.
Nice.
Sounds awesome. So yeah, make sure you do that. Subscribe to everybody. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. I'm gonna see if I can't redirect you all somewhere real quick, if it's possible.
All right. I wonder who's live. Chat was super freaking dope tonight, dude. I don't know if your chat is always like this, but I loved it. You guys were super interactive and were fun to talk to.
Usually I go from like 10 until instead of 8 until something. So it
Okay.
kind of, the extra 2 hours might be something that I might actually take advantage of and actually start going a little earlier, as opposed to actually doing 3 or 4 hours after 10 o'clock at night. It really turns into a long night otherwise. So maybe, just maybe, you'll see something there. There's nobody live, really?
It's
That's
Friday
not true.
night.
Come
Yeah,
on
it's gotta
now.
be
It's
someone.
Friday night.
Expert's not on?
We outlasted all of them.
I told you this was a party.
There has to be somebody else though. Ricado's live.
Yeah. Send your viewers there. I'm sure I'll love to say thanks for the viewers, Cool Frog.
Whack.
Damn it, I wish you were on my channel now. I liked your dating video on Kurt. He would have maybe got some tail if he didn't poo-poo it.
Sorry, I'm taking so long to actually get something up for you.
Yeah.
So, Ricada
Thinking
won't
of
allow us
Kurt
to
getting tail
redirect.
can't be the last thing that we say.
Ricada's got his redirect shut off. What a jerk.
Oh. That's probably so we don't do what I wanted to do. Exactly that. Don't.
All right, we're not going to redirect. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. Love y'all. Later.
Later.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.